Good morning, good afternoon, or good whatever, wherever you are. Welcome to Pain in the Block. This is TheDarthLlama,
A random bot?
and today we're starting SkyFactory 4, something we played before and very much enjoy because it is a massive pain in the block. And
Yes, it is. That's all we play anymore.
pretty much, we're going to be going through and getting all the achievements in the achievement book. Obviously, along the way, we're going to do some tutorials and give you some tips and tricks to help you get started and get going quicker in your world, and some things that we found especially helpful, and have a lot of fun along the way. So, to begin with, we have to start with trees. You know, dirty trees.
Yep, absolutely. Do you want to start with the leaves or you want me to do the leaves?
Probably me because you seem to be more
You're
fall
welcome.
prone. So,
I appreciate that.
I mean, just being honest. Um,
Yeah, well, I'll always break the first one.
do you?
Hey.
There you go. Do you want to
Oh,
tell
are we in
them?
teams, by the way?
I don't think so. There's a command for hold on. Together forever.
Yeah, it's like
Fe
slash TF, I think.
invite. You should have an invite on your menu.
I do. Thank you, sir.
Yes, that's one of the things that's handy. If you are playing with someone else on a server or something like that, you can actually invite them to the Together Forever team so that your achievements sync, so you don't all have to do the same exact thing. It allows you to divide and conquer while still making sure everybody gets the achievements, which is wonderful in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, if we're, well, doing this together as it suggests, then we definitely need to be able to do that.
Whatever you do, please do not break that block. Um,
I'm not breaking nothing.
I'm just, if you go ahead and start, building some kind of a platform here, I'd be happy. I don't want to fall into the void again.
Well, tell you what, stand on the wood with me and we'll just break the leaves quickly as we drop. I think they only have to be within X number of blocks anyway, so
Okay, there we go.
yeah.
Trusting you right here because I have no building blocks. I have a useless glowy stick and some coffee.
That is not useless. It is, as you suggest, a glowy stick.
Yeah, but it says infinity. It's nothing compared to the infinity ore on stone blocks too.
Yeah, oh man, I cannot wait to get back to Stoneblock 2.
Once we beat
That
this.
Well, granted, but that was legitimately one of my favorites.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. For those of you that aren't familiar, Stone Block 2 is the antithesis of Skyblock games. Instead of starting off in a vast void of nothingness with, you know, one tree to build with, you start off in like a, I think it's, I don't know, 5 by 5 room or something, and surrounding you instead of air is stone. You literally have to carve out everything you want instead of building it from scratch. So it's more of a subtractive instead of additive model. It has some fun challenges that are obviously different. Some different mods that they enable, such as the fluid cows, which are friggin' awesome. And eventually, once we get done with this, we will start. Ow! We will start that up.
Sorry,
no,
sorry.
no, you're not. You did that on purpose.
I did not. I was trying to break your ill-placed torch. Um, and if you're watching my stream, I don't know if you've turned this on yet or not. If you press F7, you can get
Oh yeah.
a good showing of what is and is not lit up,
Okay.
so you can better prepare for mobs and that. So like that yellow X on the ground,
Yep.
that is not lit up and mobs can spawn there, and that's bad.
It's bad. Okay. Um.
Doggone it. And we do have vein mining installed, which means if
Oh
you
yeah,
hold the tilde key and
which is
mine. s-
it breaks all of these similar blocks. For those of you that aren't familiar with what a tilde is, it's the one that looks kind of like a dash, but it's kind of wavy. Goes over letters in different languages. The one I'm most familiar with is Spanish. And it's right above the tab key on your keyboard, unless you have a weird keyboard layout, and then find it on your own. I can't help you. Sorry. Google is your friend. All right. And if you are new to the Skyblock series, they have the mechanic built in where you twerk to grow trees. So, we can whistle while we twerk. Disney doesn't sue me over that.
Yeah, because they invented whistling, or so Bob Iger will tell you. It's just like how Apple invented the telephone. Yes.
Oh, I will say I actually very much appreciate the direction Disney's taking. Disney Plus is like the only streaming service I am still currently paying for and using because it actually has content I want to watch.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I actually just suspended everything. The only things I get now are access from an account I don't own on Disney Plus and HBO. And the only reason I get HBO is because it's kind of included with my internet.
Well, you know, I'm hopefully getting the same interwebs you are soon. Supposedly they haven't, they're working on upgrading us, so that would be phenomenal.
Nice, very nice.
Crafting station. Yeah, but where's it?
All right.
Okay, thank you. I love that the crafting station shows that you can build a crafting station by putting a crafting station on a crafting station.
Yo, we heard you like crafting station, so we put more crafting station in your crafting station.
Infinite crafting station.
I use the stations
Oh.
to create the stations, or destroy them, rather.
Alright, so we have.
Infinity spoilers.
Yeah. Pro tip: if you haven't watched other people stream Minecraft before, I have a few that we'll probably recommend that we watch. We recommend, especially on Skyblock type games, to put your crafting stations or crafting tables as part of your floor for multiple reasons. One, it's a free block you get to use to increase your safe space. Two, it means you're not bumping into it and trying to jump over it whenever you're going places. Plus, it's really handy for putting them in places where you're going to be doing a lot of crafting and not taking up the space. And we like the station versus the table because if you put items in it, it kind of works as an inventory and makes it easier to remember your recipes. So,
Indeed.
all right. So I think the goal for today's stream recording, call it what you will, for today's gameplay is we're going to try and get to where we have hopping bonsai pots. So, obviously you have to grow and break trees of various types to get resources, and eventually you can make hopping bonsai pots out of clay and iron and chest wood that will enable you to auto grow resources instead of having to grow and break them. And that's what we want to get. We want to start our resource automation for the day.
Yes. Let's see here. Now, I am making wooden shears
Mm.
because I just made a cauldron so we can have so we can make water, because one of the things that we discussed was adding a second layer to this world, and if you walk off of it, that's that's bad. Okay.
It's bad and okay. Yep.
Okay, and you made a crook.
Yeah.
Now the difference here, the shears will give us leaves that we can
Um,
turn into water and safely build below this level. The crook will get us what, acorns and resin, I believe, or acorns
it
and
increases the
saplings.
output. It increases the output of all the things from the leaves versus just breaking them.
Right.
But specifically, we're interested in saplings and acorns right now, so that we can work on our embers.
Oh, I just realized the cauldron's not going to mean diddly just yet.
Yeah, but hey, at least it's built. So I don't have any saplings. Can you put one down so I can get my torque on? Thank you very much. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. There we go.
Oh,
And see, as you can see, we were getting 1 or 2 saplings per tree. I just got 12 from this one, so it definitely increases your resource output and is super helpful in the early stages of the game before you have resource automation.
well, good lord. I had 13 from
There you
all
go.
the other trees.
I gave you the axe
I
since you're getting the wood for us.
Good call.
I'll do the cookie thing, you do the choppy thing.
Alrighty. Um. Oh. Oh. Oh.
There we go. Hey, free water. There you go. Let's build another one of
Well,
those while we have rain.
yeah.
We might not even
That
have
too.
to worry about you know. There we go. All right. Oh,
Ironically, drying racks.
where'd you put it? Oh, you just crafted it. You haven't placed it. Okay.
Correct.
I'm okay. So I'm gonna let you do some of that. I'm gonna start working on building out the platform. If you're cool with that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Cool.
I'm always
Two,
good with having more
three.
floor space.
Oh yeah. You know.
Um. No, I'm just petrifying a couple of acorns because I believe that's what we need to get to the next sapling.
Likely. Um. So one of the things that we have discussed, and one of the things we like doing, is we usually build our platforms multiple blocks deep. We are going to do that, but we may not be doing it on the starting platform for a couple of reasons. One, this is a temporary platform, so we have a really awesome build idea for in the future as to what our platforms are going to look like. We'll get to that in a future episode. But this is just a temporary platform to get us to where we have resource automation and enough resources, specifically cobblestone, um, produced to be able to build the platform all in one go. And we want to use cobblestone because that way if somebody, decides to throw like blazing pyrotheum or magma on the floor, it doesn't burn our platform like we've both done in previous run-throughs. Um, and, cobblestone avoids that. So,
There's definitely part of me that wanted to go, okay, one time.
hey, I have done it too, my friend. I am not
No,
simply
I
blaming
know.
you.
I know.
We are both guilty of the dumbs.
I don't know what you're talking about. And I have a feeling these stupid drying racks are too close to the tree. But that's okay, because my acorns are done drying anyway.
Yep.
Which kind of begs the question, how does it work?
Yeah. So,
So unfortunately, I had to break those couple of wood planks there manually instead of vein mining, because if I vein mined, all the floor would have disappeared with them.
thank you for not
Because
doing
it's all the
that.
same. Yeah, you know. And every once in a while, it does do something screwy, like, you know, if you leave, I've tried before, like, leaving a gap and then breaking the other side of the gap.
Yep.
And sometimes it'll still break everything. It'll skip the gap and still break. So, not always a great solution.
Yes, definitely mind the gap, like they say in the UK. Do you have any wood that I can have so I can continue building?
Maybe.
Might I have it? Woohoo!
There. I got wood for you.
Thank you. Family friendly
Um,
channel.
what? I said nothing.
Hmm. You actually didn't say nothing if we're being technical.
Well, fine. It's your choice
Yes,
to make it a double entendre.
there will be dad jokes galore. If that bothers you, I apologize. You might want to like mute whenever you hear them coming, or maybe find somebody else to watch. Not a good thing to advertise, but there will be dad jokes. Been doing it since I was born, just getting better with age. Like wine, not cheese. Although some cheeses get better as they age, like
Oh.
Parmesan.
You know, That was the one thing I possibly had issues with when watching Angry Birds yesterday was why? Why are there so many puns?
Puns are fun.
Sure that rhymes.
In my opinion, puns demonstrate a very, especially wordplay, but puns demonstrate a expert level grasp of the language you are making them in. And I am convinced that English is the best language to make puns in because it is a conglomeration of all the other languages that actually make sense, which is why ours does not.
I mean, this is true.
Right. What's the next tree again? Petrified, I think?
Yes.
Okay, which means we have to dry rack some acorns to be able to craft it, right?
Homeboy.
What? Oh, well, you've already got them. Okay. Why don't we
I've
get
got
on that?
two of them.
Oh,
I because I had to break them so that we could grow a tree.
here. You have room. Over at the corner, behind you. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yay! I made a thing. We now have 3 bottles of water so far.
You you made a thing in Minecraft?
Yeah, go figure, right?
She's a
It's,
witch.
you know, that should be the first achievement when you place your first block. You made a thing. Congratulations for playing the game the way it's meant to be played.
You crafted the mines. Grats.
Oh. One thing I'm excited about is kind of the direction Mojang is taking Minecraft in general. Like, I don't know if you played vanilla lately, but like the 1.19 with the massive cave systems. Like, you know how you used to get happy whenever you'd find like a cave system that went on for like 100 blocks or so?
Yeah.
Like, I was playing one yesterday on Bedrock Edition, unmodded, boring. And dude, that cave system went on for like tens of thousands of blocks, and it was multi-layered cave systems. Like, it is insane now. So I think that's really cool, but I really, really like my mods that make life easier. Like, just the simple fact that you can, middle click to auto sort and organize your items in any inventory is such a simple thing they should implement it.
Oh yeah.
Like, they don't have to add mods, they don't have to add computers or better storage systems, which they should. Just middle click to sort.
Getting at you, Microsoft.
The simple things in life. These are first world problems, people,
Oh, absolutely.
but I will still whine about them.
Again, absolutely.
Alright.
Can I just repair? Yes, I can. Heck yeah. Almost forgot about that. So, if you take a broken or at least damaged crook, put it in the crafting station, or actually I think you can do it in your own inventory, and then put whatever the base material, in this case wood, is next to it, you can repair it.
Oh, nice.
Saving on wood and sticks and all that jazz. So, yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't know you could repair non-tinker things, so that's good to know.
Yeah, I don't know what mod crooks are from, but yes.
Probably
Uh,
the arboreal tree one, whatever they named it.
Boreal tree. That
Kind of a redundant statement, isn't it?
little bit, little bit.
Shut up.
Inspirations
Hmm.
is the mod.
Oh, okay. Here we go. For those of you that don't know and haven't played super modded Minecraft, most of them have JEI, which means you can just type in this bar down here to find what you want. And like if you hover over what it is, in this case we hover over the crook, it gives you some info. Hold shift for more info. Kind of gives you the mining speed, durability. Sometimes it doesn't do that burn time because put them in the furnace and burn them whenever they're broken. And then in blue over here, well, I can't show you, but in blue, it shows the mod that it came from, so that you can kind of search. And like if you take it back out and do @inspirations, it'll show you all the things from that mod. So if you're trying to find a specific thing, it makes it a whole lot easier to find. Even if you don't know the name of it, you just know what it looks like.
Yes.
Little tips and tricks along the way.
Indeed.
We have hardwood, petrified wood. It is scared. What
Ah,
what
what
level
are
of
frames for?
what level of scary movie do you think it would take to petrify a tree?
Uh, the film Get Out. No, that thing was legit terrifying.
I haven't seen it. I'm not a fan of scary movies in general, so I may not
I'm,
see it. But it's so
oh, you
it's so
should.
acclaimed that I might be forced to watch it.
I mean, it's Jordan Peele.
I mean, valid. So here's the thing. I was traumatized by watching. What is it? Wrong Turn. Yes. I was made to watch Wrong Turn. A significant other and traumatized me, man. Like some of that stuff in that movie should not ever be seen. I cannot unsee that. But I digress.
Yeah. No, I mean, Get Out was an excellent film, but I'm not a fan of horror films either by any means, but it arguably was worth it. Um, it was so well made and written. Uh, what honestly, what made it terrifying was the fact that oh, nice. It was the fact that it was all very plausible. Like it's all stuff that could actually happen. There's no like ghosts or zombies or demons or anything. It's legit people being hypnotized and enslaved through that.
Okay. Yeah. So the more real it is, the more frightening it is. Still not sure I'm
Oh,
gonna watch it, but
100%. I had to pause that thing multiple times and get up and walk around, and this was in the middle of the day.
good to know.
It was excellent. And there's actually kind of a humorous twist ending, so yeah, it was pretty great.
So FYI, I'm working on a gravel sapling so I can get to a sand sapling so that we can get to a coal sapling so we can have torches and stuff like that.
And this is exactly what we mean by pain in the block.
Yes, how do I get this thing? Oh, well, you need that thing. Well, how do I get that thing? Well, you need another thing. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna real quickly, just in case you weren't paying attention. So in my inventory, we need coal, right? So coal sapling, obviously. So I go to coal
right.
sapling. To get that, I need to put a birch sapling in a furnace and smelt it. Okay, cool. Birch sapling. How do I get that? I put a sand sapling into a cauldron with at least one bottle of water. Cool. Sand sapling. How do you get that? Sand acorns around a petrified sapling. How do I get sand acorns? Crushing tub. Put gravel acorns in it. Well, how do I get gravel acorns? From a gravel tree. Gravel sapling. How do I get that? I put petrified acorns in the crushing tub, which you just right click, throw it in there, and then jump up and down, and that'll convert them and leave you with some sap, which I don't know what it's actually used for, honestly. So, not helpful, but we try.
Yeah.
Alright, hey, we have a gravel sapling. You mind if we torque these for a minute? Make sure you crook that because we need as many of the saplings as we can get right now.
I'm crooking it.
I'm just making sure. I didn't have one, so I just thought shut up.
Oh,
Uh,
and the wood and planks and all that nonsense, that double chest behind you, so if you
Brilliant.
need more. Oh, and I assume this is a bog standard wood axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, those can be repaired as well.
Oh, nice. Well, that's handy.
You have to do it like one chunk at a time. You can't
Ah,
just full repair it one crack, but
that makes
that's
sense.
still okay
Yeah.
because it still saves on making more.
Yeah, anything to make our lives easier because, it's a pain in the block in this world.
Much.
And for those of you that are watching the long play, well, this may be in the regular, I'm not sure. We do plan on uploading 2 versions of each playthrough. Why is it not growing? Back up a little. Is the torch too close? Like, what's making it so it won't grow?
It shouldn't be. There we go.
Alright.
I'm relatively sure that's just RNG.
Well,
Um,
RNG hated us right then.
yeah, it does that. So the so just so we're on the same page here, vein mining will use the same amount of hunger and durability on your tools as if you did it manually. It just saves time.
So you're not
Um,
you're not gonna have to skimp out on food. You're still gonna have to eat. It's just gonna save you time, which is the most precious resource of all. I can hear you judging me through the silence.
I I take issue with that.
By the way, how many gravel acorns do you have?
9. I was just about to do that. Oh, good. And that's why we don't put crushing tubs next to the
Yes, I'm
edge of the wall.
aware. As soon as we get to coal, I will make the platform bigger, but I don't want to get us to the limit where mobs will spawn. So, for those of you that aren't familiar, the yellow lines mean that mobs can and will spawn. They turn red whenever it's even darker. But mobs cannot spawn within a certain vicinity of you. I think it's like 16 blocks, 20. I'll look it up later. Actually, I'll look it up now. SkyFactory store spawn distance. But yeah, mobs can't spawn within a certain radius of an active character, whether the light level is yellow or red. So that's a good thing. That's why we're not making the platform too big yet, because we don't have beds, we don't have a way to light it, and we have no weapons really. So we don't want to be throwing acorns at zombies trying to get them off the platform.
Right. Was that not correct? Thought that was how you get. Oh
Did
no,
you put a random?
petrified.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um.
Uh, I'm out of petrified saplings.
You need. Hold on. I have. Ooh, I have 4 still.
Okay.
Beep. Alright, I'll let you do that real quick while I'm searching this over here. Supposedly it's 25 blocks away from the player. We'll probably do a test on that later, whenever we get to the point where we're building mob spawners, just so that we can make sure that they're not too close to where we're going to be working. But yeah, apparently they won't spawn within 25 blocks, which means they should be able to expand this a little. So while you whistle and twerk, I'm going to expand this around our crushing tub.
All right.
But as I was saying earlier, we're going to be doing probably 2 versions of each video. We're going to do one with some editing and building montages to get through some of the more boring stuff that some people might not want to see. And we'll also be uploading a long, slow, this is everything that happened with no edits version. For those that like watching something a little bit longer, like putting stuff on in the background while they're doing other things, or just like the sultry tones of our voices.
You kidding? I don't even like the sound of my voice.
Tell me about it. I loathe the sound of my voice. And supposedly, that's like a normal thing for humans. Like everybody hates the sound of their own voice, but and I don't know if this is everybody, but when I listen to my voice and look at my face in the mirror, they just don't mesh well. And I'm just looking at it thinking, how does everybody else accept that this is what I sound like?
Yeah, you kind of enter into a wanting to punch that guy in the face kind of deal,
Oh
and
yeah,
it just happens to be you.
absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I want to
tell me
go
about it.
like Jim Carrey from Liar Liar on myself constantly.
Yeah, like that was honestly when I back in the day when I actually worked in a call center, that was the worst part of that.
Oh yeah,
Was we had to do that every week, was listen to one of our own calls, and they made us grade it. It's like, don't
yeah,
you already have the answers? It's kind of like you know, do you know why I pulled you over? Don't you know that?
yeah,
Why are we talking about this?
and I get that to an extent, but to play devil's advocate here, I've worked in call centers too and did some leadership development. They do that because most people, it's easier to get their acceptance on what they need improvement on if you can help them discover, help them point it out themselves instead of you telling them. Because, humanity as a whole does not like being told what to do. Don't walk across the street when there's cars in it. Instantly, all of us want to sprint through the street and chance getting hit like we're playing for real life Frogger. So that's the reason they try and have you realize what you did wrong. So they're not telling you, you're telling you, and you're more likely to fix it. Psychology at work.
Okay.
There's actually a purpose, and
I
most people it works on. Some it doesn't because they're like you and me. Like, yeah, I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to make it any more effective. Can we just get on with this?
That is why I stopped going to counseling. Yes. 'Cause I laid out exactly why I react a certain way to certain things, and the counselor goes, "Wow, you're very self-aware." I'm sitting there going, "Then why am I paying you this exorbitant amount of money?"
Say, oh, you actually know why you're broken. Well, yes, I do. Thank you.
Yeah.
If some of
Okay.
the off-topic banter bothers you, let us know. But I don't know any other way that playing Minecraft is going to be enjoyable.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, this, quite frankly, this is therapy for me. One that actually works.
and it's free therapy once you've bought the game and paid for the server and the electricity to run the game.
Yeah,
Still,
all that fun stuff.
all of that is about the cost of one session with a counselor, and you can eat while you're doing this. So I see no downside.
Uh, as long as you keep the food away from the keyboard, yes.
And the mic, because nobody wants to hear Funyuns and Cheetos crunched in a microphone. Unless they're watching one of
Uh,
those ASMR mukbang videos.
Thank you.
I like watching
I was
mukbangs to
about to
learn about
correct.
other cultures and the foods, and sometimes to wonder how this person is eating that much because I'm 5 times their size and still can't. But
Except for some of the more
eh,
horrible YouTubers that, like that girl that eats like live squid and whatnot,
yeah.
or
Although I do
that kind
think
of
I,
stuff I don't abide.
although I do think I figured out how they do it. I think that one of them found and ate Mary Poppins' bag, and that's how they're able to do it. Because Mary Poppins has a bag of holding, y'all.
Yeah, she does. Thank you for the very nerd joke.
Yes, we love D&D here.
Yes, we do.
If you didn't get the
I
joke, Google bag of holding and go down a rabbit hole for a few hours, and then find a local group to play with because D&D is the reason we have games like Minecraft.
Yeah. I was actually just gonna say, or just go play D&D.
Well, I mean, if they don't know what it is, they need to go down the rabbit hole and Google it first, to understand a little, so they're not walking in there and with college line paper and a Sharpie.
All right,
Did you
pro gamer
seriously just
strat.
do that?
Pro gamer strat.
Oh,
Doggone it. I still need one more.
So, what Bot's doing, and what I will probably be doing here in a minute, is since we don't really have food, and what we do have at this point is acorns, which doesn't provide a lot of food and is wasteful of our resources, because that's how we get our stuff. Whenever you run out of food and start losing health, it's easier just to go ahead and fall off and speed up the process and die. So I'm gonna do that too.
because you get all your health and
You get to keep your stuff.
food back, and yeah,
Yeah.
you get your stuff back. So
One,
now I
two.
need to remove my death waypoint, which you get to your map and waypoints by hitting J.
Thank you for reminding me. So respawn, and then I hold my key and I. Is it right click? No, I shift. You hold shift
Shift.
while you're holding the
Yeah,
key in your hand. Yep.
they
And
updated that. Yeah.
yeah, SkyFactory 4.2.3. You right clicked on it with you right clicked on it, but now you have to hold the key and shift. So now we're gonna press J, and then go to waypoints down here, the little diamond, and then click remove on death and close, and escape out of that. And now we no longer have a waypoint. So cool. How many petrified acorns and resins do you have?
Uh, hold please. We actually need to grow quite a few more petrifieds.
Yeah, I'm trying to get us to where
I
we
have
have a furnace.
Yeah, that's actually what I was just thinking of because we need to cook the birch sapling that I made.
Yep. Oh, I didn't hold.
So
Dang it.
I have 7 acorns and the perfect number of resin.
Here, start dumping them in the chest for the petrified. What is it?
And achievement.
Nice. We have rocks.
Yes, indeed we do. All right. So if you pro tip here, if you take a stack like this 16 acorns here and you right click them, you split the stack in half, and that will make for much quicker crafting. And shift click to take the stack.
I put almost a half a stack of acorns and resin in the chest for you.
Awesome sauce, thank you.
Hold on. I want to build another one of those real quick. Can you? No, never mind.
I have one. Hold on.
Okay.
There, put it where you want.
Yay.
By the way, the repairs don't need a crafting station
They
because it's only 2
don't.
squares. You can do it
Yeah.
in your own inventory.
I'm an idiot sometimes. I forget the simple things.
I mean, we all do that.
Yeah, like whenever you're trying to find your keys or your pen and it's in your hand.
Yeah. Right. Ready for what I assume is going to be another achievement?
Ooh, do it.
Oh, how is that not an achievement?
Dun dun dun.
I'm triggered, man.
How about disappointment? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, on Sky Factory 4, you get an advancement book, and it has all these different advancements. Advancement, age of all the things, OMG, LOL, age of exploration, storage, power, farming, enhancement, and just Sky Factory 4. And these are kind of the goal. Like this tells you what you want to do. Like we want to complete all the advancements on this page to get the UN winner winner chicken dinner. Um, and that's kind of the goal. It kind of helps guide you through what you're doing because you can see that we haven't gotten a clay sapling. So we know logically that that's the next thing we need to do. So if you ever get stuck, can't figure out what to do next, go find an advancement you haven't hit yet, and then rabbit hole search through JEI to find out what you need to do the thing. Uh, get to it. If you don't have the book, lose the book, burn the book, or forget which chest you put it in. is when you are in your inventory, you can click this little book icon and get to your advancements there. So to give me an extra inventory slot, I'm going to throw that in a chest along with that. And there we go.
We are almost up to our first Clay Aiken reference achievement.
Woo!
And if you're not familiar, there are multiple Clay Aiken references throughout this. And for people that aren't nearly as old as us, the singer.
So that begs a question: the creator of the mod pack
How
Dokosto,
old are they?
well, A, how hard are they? Because a lot of our jokes are dating ourselves. But B, do they love Clay Aiken or do they hate Clay Aiken?
Doesn't matter. I mean,
Love and hate are the same thing in opposite extremes.
this is true.
So I guess you're right. It really doesn't matter. All right, we're gonna repair that. Put this up here. Repair. All right, sweet. And no, I didn't have the person's name memorized. I did have to Google who it was again. I'll be honest. We're honest on this channel, even if it makes us look silly.
An extension. And achievement.
Nice, thanks, sir.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with the frame rate you get out of doing.
I need to look up cobble
What do you
generator
mean?
2-1. Cobblestone, bucket of lava, and bucket of water, and a glass. How do we get lava?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, we just need more cobblestone. Okay.
Correct.
Oh, I'm caught up. I'm caught up. I'm gonna work
All
on it.
right. All right. So that's going to be a ton more petrified things. Okay. So to go back over what I learned the other day, it's normally one coal and one stick is 4 torches, but you can get around that with one stick and one coal acorn.
Ah, yes. You did find that.
So, yeah, found that by accident and realized that I had been doing it the hard way the entire time.
We all do that sometimes. So for those of you who saw what I
Indeed.
just did, you can shift right click to place blocks over blocks you normally couldn't. In this case, we put a cobblestone cauldron that we made by putting 7 cobblestone in a U shape in the crafting station. And whenever we put 4 cobblestone in there, that is going to give us lava. And we need that lava so that we can make a cobblestone generator so we don't have to keep doing this ad infinitum to get cobblestone. How many times can I say cobblestone in a sentence?
Uh, Cobblestone times, probably.
Probably. Did I cobble enough stone references into that sentence for you?
Oh, you did warn about the dad jokes.
I did warn about the dad jokes. I wonder if we should keep a counter going. No, because I'm not going to keep up with it. No.
Play it back. It's your punishment is you have to listen to you.
That is a punishment. Don't make me do that.
Nah, you already called it.
Nobody wants to do that, least of all me. Alright. What do we have to... Yeah, I need a bucket for that.
Can
First thing we can make a bucket out of, I think, is clay, right?
correct.
We get clay from a clay sapling. Go figure. Everything comes from trees. Or pigs.
Or pigs, yes. Yeah, this isn't SkyFactory 3 where everything comes from just a boatload of chickens.
No, sadly not.
At least, what is it? Stoneblock had the decency to put both cows and chickens in for different resources.
Yes, I agree. That's
Although
nice.
trying to figure out that stupid how do I get liquid from the cow into the smeltery to get the actual bars. That was annoying.
Yeah, it was. Clay
But I
resin
will
for
give myself
bricks.
props for finding the right solution for that. Oh, look, we can pipe it directly in.
Petrified dirt and a dirt sapling. Yes! Dirt sapling.
What'd you
Petrified.
call me?
Hmm?
You call me a dirt sapling?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be wrong?
You ain't right,
Hey,
that's for sure.
Clay Aiken.
Hey.
Now, as
And
I am reminded
eventually we'll
frequently,
get to bacon a cakin'.
as long as we don't go aching breaking hearts over here, we'll be alright.
All right, Billy Ray.
He did have a magnificent mullet. And for those
Yeah,
of you
but
that don't know, this is
so
a
did
super
MacGyver.
crook. Yeah, this is a super crook that only takes one hit, that 1 second to break leaves. And that's what happens when we're doing the same thing at the same time. Right. Petrified. Oh yeah, birch. Sand sapling.
Oh, oh man, and you know, oh, you know what we really need is are you doing birch or just to get more saplings?
Yeah, just to get a few extra saplings.
Gotcha. I only got 12.
I didn't get any of them. On sharing?
Yes. Blah.
Ooh, it's a veritable fountain. Alright, let's do this, and we're about to have coal, my friend.
What do you mean? We have coal.
I didn't know we had coal. A coal sapling?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me that? I've been over here doing my
Why
own
didn't you
thing.
check the chest?
I don't. Quit judging
It's
me.
your fault I'm not communicating here.
Yeah, because I won't shut up.
I mean, I was more victim blaming than anything, but yeah, let's go with that.
There, so I don't feel like what I did was totally useless. Even though it really was.
Yeah.
No, I even remember you now talking about the trick with the torches and the coal acorns and such, so that's just my fault for not paying attention.
I mean, this is what, our fourth time playing this version of Minecraft.
Technically?
So yeah, I mean, my fifth, our fourth together.
Yeah, technically.
So yeah. So I mean, it's easy to take some of the shorthand as kind of a given.
Yeah, valid.
All right.
For those of you that are looking at the pop-ups at the bottom left, SkyFactory 4 has aroma backup built in so that it can back up your server periodically. So that if you do anything that breaks it and you want to go back to a previous version, you have the option to do that. Nice little feature.
Indeed.
Alright, now that we can separate duties a little, I'm going to let you keep working on clay stuff until we can get a bucket and get a cobble gen going. And I'm going to expand the platform. How much bigger do you think we need to go for the temporary platform?
Uh, that is a good question.
I think probably 4 or 5 more blocks out in each direction.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
If we've got the torches for it.
If we don't have it now,
All
we
right.
will.
All
Alright, I need to go
right.
2 more in this direction. Make it square.
Bump, bump, bump.
I'm a bit compulsive about having things be symmetrical, so that's why we have to
You and me
finish the
both, brother.
square. Oh, we have to finish the square first.
Let's see. Let's put about half of those logs in there.
There we go. So, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. And I have to go 2 more in this direction. We're at 7.
Do we have gravel saplings?
I think I have one in my inventory. Hold on.
We've done gravel.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to start making some gravels because we can start working on a smeltery because
Okay.
we now have clay.
Ah, good call. Let's get the cobble gin first, if you don't mind. And then, yes, we can start doing that.
Well, I'm working on our second bucket.
Ah, brilliant.
So,
So, while you're doing that, I think we're going to go 11 blocks in each direction. So it'll give us a 23 by 23. Should be plenty.
alright. Let's see. Bum, bum. I really don't want that song in my head today.
Why not?
Well, you ever seen the movie Anger Management with Adam Sandler?
Yes.
Oh, the moment where they're stuck on the middle of the bridge and was it Jack Nicholson just makes him sit there and sing "I Feel Pretty."
Yes.
Yeah, that just popped in there.
It's a brilliant scene, by the way.
The whole movie's fantastic.
Jack Nicholson has that whole maniacal, beloved uncle vibe going on.
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's just Jack Nicholson.
Well, no, that's what I mean. That's why I didn't say Jack Nicholson's character. I mean, I know that's just Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
It's the reason we love him in movies.
Yes. That's an issue.
What's an issue?
I can't put leaves in an oak cauldron to get water for some reason. Because reasons. That's it. I'm just gonna end it. By Cruel World.
He is not advocating for anything.
Oh, absolutely not. No. And if you are having thoughts like that, seriously talk to somebody.
Anybody, literally anybody, except the person that's making you have those thoughts, if that is the case.
Well, and if that's the case, just
Yeah.
I do advocate for violence in that particular case, but that's mostly because nobody should have to actually go through that.
Absolutely not. Life is full of too much beauty to have thoughts like that and for that to be your everyday reality. It's just sometimes difficult to find it on your own, which is why you need to find somebody to talk to.
Yes.
Like for us, beauty right now is a bunch of pixelated squares that we can make things with.
Hold on. Unless, wait a minute. Can I? Yes.
What?
Oh, that totally works. That's awesome.
Share with class.
So, Mr. Llama, you can pick things up in some things in this version. For instance, I foolishly just made a pickaxe to break the cauldron temporarily, which I did not need to do because if you walk up to the cauldron, hold shift and right click on it, you can pick it up.
How is this our 4th run through and I didn't know that?
Did you not?
I did not. Thank you for learning me today. I appreciate it.
Yep. So yeah, here if you were to look up. Boop.
Oh, that's so cool.
And look, I don't even need to crouch to put it on top of the torch. I can just right click on it if I have it targeted.
Okay, that I don't know if that's always been in or what, but that is phenomenal.
Yes, it is. It's just not something we typically use because by the time that becomes relevant, we already have a base pretty well built out and everything established. However, I remembered that the other day in our test run when I had to move a bunch of machines and things around.
Ah.
I don't know why I remembered it. I just went, oh, wait, that's right. I can just carry these over there instead of breaking them and hoping that I have a strong enough pickaxe to tear it down without breaking it.
That is brilliant.
And you do move slower. It does reduce your movement speed when you do that, but
Why
I
is
call it worth it.
why is Mojang introducing reality into my alternate?
Here, check your reality and substitute my own.
Pretty much. Alright, we have torches everywhere. That is ugly. We will do a much prettier platform with a better lighting source that is integrated and looks cool. Doesn't have glowy sticks poking up out of everywhere. Once we do the main platform. Aesthetics are important.
Uh, See, we're not the only ones with puns. What are you waiting for? Is the name of the achievement for getting a bucket of water. Not my fault. I didn't write that. The only puns I appreciate in this game are the multiple Quaken. And that's just because they're so heavy-handed.
Oh yes, so heavy-handed.
Like there's one. Oh, where is that one?
Why do we have?
Oh yeah. So the end cake. B apostrophe Aiken. The Aiken. A Aiken.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go look this up. Is
It's
it the achievement
Age
for
of
it?
Age of Exploration.
Okay.
It's the one with all the. It's the cake tab, and it's the end, which should be fairly visible.
Aiken a caken. Wow. I I still can't
I
determine
I,
which end of the spectrum that is on.
I don't know, but I just loved when one achievement hunter was playing through this and they got that one. The guy read it off. He's like, "The Aiken, a Kaaken. There are multiple Quaken references in this mod." Was the exact quote, and it's like, yes, there are.
Wow.
Oh no, it's fantastic. I love it. All right, I need sand. All right, and if my math is correct, that should give me 5 sand. Hey, I can math. All right.
Hey.
Right, well,
Okie doke. 2 or 4 bottles. Okay. Moving on.
wait, that is
drugs.
correct.
There, it's sorted. I love the middle click to auto sort.
Yes. Had you explained that one?
I think I did, but yeah, if you're in any inventory, chest or your own, and things are just kind of out of order, or like if you have like dirt down here by your gravel resin, in between your dirt, you just click the middle button on your mouse, and boom, auto sort. It is amazing.
Yep. Like
Best
for
quality,
instance, I'm
best
about to
quality
throw.
life mod ever.
Yep. So for instance, I just added 31 planks in, and they're now at the bottom. If I middle click on the mouse, it puts them up here next to the others. So, let's see now. I need gravel resin. Oh no, I don't. 2, 3. All right. Hey, I am grout.
Love that reference.
I do too. It's honestly one of my favorites. You know what? There's not a whole lot of like celebs and whatnot. I would love to meet Vin Diesel. I honestly I'd love to D&D with him because he's apparently a huge D&D nerd. Doesn't look it, but he accidentally got off track at like a what was it? It wasn't a Comic Con. I think it was a Google Talks when they were having like the first Guardians of the Galaxy like cast panel,
Yeah.
and when they moved to the
Ah.
nice when they moved to the audience Q&A, there's one dude who's like, so I hear you're big into D&D. What's your favorite class, and would you ever, consider doing like an online session with me and my group? And he distracted Vin Diesel so hardcore that he's like, you know what? We probably need to get back to the thing. So come talk to me off the side of the stage afterwards. And
Okay,
it's
that's
like, no shot. That's awesome, dude.
that's awesome. Yeah, like, so I'd like to meet him. I'd like to meet Dwayne Johnson just because seems like a genuine human being too. And I like that Henry Cavill is a huge nerd. Like, it's not something you
Oh,
expect
The
from
Witcher?
somebody.
Really?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you haven't read up on it, and just no offense, looking at him, judging books by the covers, he's
Oh,
not what
yeah.
you would expect a computer nerd Warhammer D&D fan to look like. But he is like uber nerd, and I love him for it. I think it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Terry Crews
Yep.
taught himself how to build a computer so he could get into gaming with his son.
Yep. Great reason.
Yeah.
Um, Also, something I'm not
And
sure if you know this. If you have a cauldron over a torch or a heat source,
mhm,
it starts putting bubbles over it because it's literally boiling. And if you stand in it, it does hurt you.
correct.
I didn't know that was a thing. It'd be cool if they'd let you make soup by like, just throwing carrots in there, but I don't think that's a thing.
No, closest I've seen was the way over the top version in Galacticraft, where you had to like make your stock, then you had to add the ingredients to make the different soups, and that,
Oh
it
yeah,
was just that was a pain.
it was, but it had some brilliant things to it. But you know,
Yeah,
maybe
but I'm
eventually we'll play that one. But I got a few things to iron out first.
yeah, I was gonna say once we get it working, yeah, it was. I mean, that's why the channel exists, right? It was a gigantic pain in the block,
Yes.
and good Sir Llama, we have our first 4 seared bricks.
Yes. Awesome. Um, do we have enough? Do we have any clay yet? Like, have you gotten our buckets?
Of course, I've got a bucket of water.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make a bucket of agamut then. There we go. So that we can get a cobble gen going. That would be uber helpful at this point.
Yes. Now we need an. Oh, right. I have one more sand. So, and I believe glass is required for the cobble gen. So, I am making that glass now.
That's gonna take this. Make a wooden pickaxe real quick.
Oh, here, I got you. You can have mine. Oh, alright. You did what I was gonna.
Alright, so if you have a cauldron over a heat source and right click, it'll put cobblestone into it, and that turns into lava. It takes 4 of them to make a bucket of lava, because each one is equal to 1 bottle, which is 1/4 of a bucket, basically like, quarts to gallons thing.
Yep.
Yay,
Now we
Imperial
just
system.
need. Yeah, right.
Need 1 more. Is petrified sapling.
So, this is the other thing the crafting station is good for over the crafting table is we can actually show the recipe on
Yeah.
the table.
Which we're...
So it's
Oh,
going to be 6 cobblestone, and in the middle, it's a bucket of water, bucket of lava, and a glass. And I believe we lose the buckets after this, but
I
that is okay.
think so, yes.
Uh, the lava one for sure because they are not iron buckets, and if you put lava in not an iron bucket, it I believe will get consumed every time.
I think you're right.
Um, who knew that clay can't hold up to lava? It's just silly. Yeah, thermodynamics. How do they work?
Right? Physics, you know.
Yeah, nonsense.
Alright, so, and for those of you that aren't aware, JEI is awesome because if I put in cobblestone and I click on it and I want to know how to craft it, it shows that I need, the 5 petrified resin in an X pattern and the 4 petrified acorns filling in and kind of like a diamond pattern around them. You can just hit plus and it'll remove the items from your inventory into the crafting whatever, so that you don't have to manually do it. It is wonderful.
Yes, and be careful when you're crafting because you can hit shift when you click to remove the item, but it will craft as many as you have the resources. So if you don't want to make, say, 17 pickaxes at a time, don't shift click it.
Correct.
Uh,
Yes. Valid.
so, however, there are times that comes in useful.
Hey, I made a
So,
crate.
uh, eh, all right. Do we want to put the cobble gen on the in the floor, or do we want to put it up
Yeah, I'd put it in the floor. I'd put it like right here in front of this torch.
in front of or behind? Because we can so do behind.
Here, put it where the torch was, and I'll put the torch on top. Break it. Alright, there you go.
All
And
right.
so I made a crate, which if you didn't see, is search for crate. The recipe is 3 wooden planks on top, 3 on the bottom, and a chest in the middle. And I did that because whenever I take
It
and
holds
put
way more.
holds way more, and it shows you what's on it and how many, so it's visually appealing.
Yes.
And so if I want to put a torch on top, I can't just right click. I've got to shift right click, and I can put a torch on top. And so now we have our light back, and we can see how many cobblestone we have, and we can see it slowly building. A standard cobblestone gen is makes 1 cobblestone every 40 ticks, which I think is about 1 a second. The tier 2 is 1 every 20 or half a second. 3 is every 10 ticks, 4 is every 5 ticks, and tier 5 is every tick. So it's really,
Which
really
is
fast.
absurd.
Yeah, it is insane. We will eventually have one for no other reason than because we'll have the mats, and why not?
Fair. Well, that and no, I don't think we even need that for the power generator because even a tier 1 is plenty for that.
Yeah, I mean, for the power generation, like what he's talking about is eventually we're gonna have magmatic generators, or I don't know if they're called thermal generators. Basically, they take lava and they
Uh,
turn that into energy.
yeah, I think they're geothermal.
Yeah, geothermal in this one.
Yeah.
Magmatic was one of the other mods we were playing. That was Ocean Block. Um, and we really liked them because they're a good source of early game power, which you're definitely going to need. Uh, and I think we usually upgrade to like tier 2 or 3 for that one, just to make sure that any potential choke points are not the amount of cobblestone being generated. Because you run into a lot of choke points with things that you automate, and you have to troubleshoot and figure out what is the choke point and find a solution around it, which is why it's a pain in the block, and also why we enjoy it.
Yes. All right. So what
Alright.
I'm doing now, um, is I am making bricks from clay so we can have a bonsai pot so we
Ah,
don't need to keep wasting time and hunger and all that jazz on uh actually growing trees. It will do it by itself. um
super helpful.
oh yeah.
It will grow itself, but it won't automatically put them in the chest. We will cover that in a moment, as well as
Correct.
the workaround.
That
So,
being said, I'm still making another chest.
yeah, I'm about to make eight
No.
of them. So, another thing that'll help you is whenever you put 8 planks in a circle, leaving the middle spot empty, you get a chest. Well, if you take logs and put 8 logs in a circle, it will make 4 chests because 1 log makes 4 planks. So it's another way to speed up crafting things whenever you're having to do it in a hurry, or just save you from having to do 2 creations. You don't have to make planks and then make the chest. You just make the chest out of the logs.
Right.
Little things to try and make life easier because it's enough of a pain in the block to begin with.
that it is. All right.
What are you making? Are you making some dirt for us?
I am.
Ooh, we need it.
Yep. Now that being said, switch that around so it's easier. I am also making the chest for it. Um, and that is so when we do get to upgrade this bonsai pot, uh, the chest will already be there.
Here you go. Put
Oh,
that over here by the
that
cobble.
look, if you're gonna start making sense, I'm out.
Hey,
Now
somebody's
this
got to do it.
now this is where hitting shift actually makes sense. Because I need to put the pot on top of the chest. If I just right click, I open the chest.
Yep.
If I shift right click, it'll go on top. And that's important for especially for later. Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that. Oh no way, I can pick that up too. Yeah. Sweet.
And talking about making sense, part of the reason why you have to shift right click to put things on top of this is because it's an inventory. If you left click on a crate, you take a stack out. If you right click, you put whatever's in your hand in. If you shift left click, you take one out. And if you double right click, it puts in everything in your inventory that matches that. That's going to be handy later whenever we get to storage systems like simple storage or whatever the confusing one is that has the computers that we'll get to way later.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Makes it easy to empty your inventory and throw everything that has a storage slot available into it to quickly empty you out so you can start doing whatever else you need to. Iron
Yeah.
is the next thing we need to start working on, right? Now that we've got some of the basic stuff.
Well, we need bone, we need cottonwood, we need tin, and then iron. And actually, well, maybe. Hold on.
I get an apple sap.
Oh
Apple
no,
sap.
we do need bone because at the very least, we at least need um that porcelain smelter so we can make the we either need a ton more grout or we need a porcelain smelter so that we can make the iron sapling because we have to pour the iron amber over, I want to say jungle? Acacia.
Makes sense.
Okay. Which is an apple sapling.
Which you get from putting an apple into a crushing tub and jumping on it to give you apple seeds. And we have to buy it from the market by giving them 8 beetroot. So we need a market and we need beets.
Unless we can get
Which we
an
need.
oak tree?
Oh, oaks do occasionally drop one, don't they? Wait, let's see. Oak.
Well, I'm looking.
Oak sapling. Yes, it has a 30% chance of dropping from an oak sapling. So, yeah.
Dirt sapling in a cauldron of water.
Gives us an oak sapling. Cool.
Yep.
And we have both, don't we? Yes.
And if anybody's watching my stream, you would have just seen the rabbit hole I had to go through in JEI to find that. But that's where JEI really shines. Is how do I get that from that? Cool. How do I get that? It's from this.
I was kind of rabbit holing myself over here, kind of looking it up while you were. Alright, so here we go. Oak sapling. I have one planted.
Apple.
Woot! Give me that.
First try.
Nice.
Full disclosure, that does not happen.
No, almost never does that happen. Alright, so do you have that dirt?
Yes.
Um, can you put it in
Uh,
the bonsai thing for me?
yes and no. Hold on a second.
Just
I am going to hopefully turn it into farmland.
Gotcha.
I can
Um,
remember the recipe for that.
so FYI, if you, so we talked earlier about how, whenever you start running out of hunger, you don't want to eat your resources. Well, if you're playing hardcore or you're one of those people that just absolutely can't stomach the thought of eating yourself off the side of the world to reset your health, you can actually eat acorns. One acorn looks like it gives you half a saturation or a third a saturation. You can also take and put them in your furnace and cook them to double or increase the amount of hunger and saturation that it gives you.
Right? Darn it! I thought. Hold on.
Roasted dirt acorn does significantly. And I'm one of those that I
Hmm.
really do dislike eating myself off the world, so I'm gonna start eating some dirt acorns because we have a bunch.
Don't forget to cook them.
Oh, I am. Yeah, they're cooking right now.
Okay. I mean, I
Farmland is.
think you can eat the non-cooked ones, but all right. So do you have your
Fertile soil, I think, is what you were looking for, and it's a dirt and bone meal.
Oh, so we do need bone. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we do need
which
bone.
again we knew that anyway, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense though because you use bone meal to speed up growing, so it makes sense if you put it directly in the soil, it would make better soil.
true.
It enhances the fertility of the dirt. If you don't like the voices, let me know in the comments. I apologize. I have a habit of doing them without realizing I'm doing it until after the fact. Um, I've always liked mimicking sounds and voices, and I'm probably going to do terrible ones. I'll do some that sound good. I'll do some that are somewhere in between. If they bother you, I'm sorry. Mute me. You've probably done that already and can't hear what I'm saying, so moving on.
That's fair.
I wish I could mute myself in real life.
Okay, that's two, which is gonna only be 10 of them.
Wait. Alright, so
All
in
right.
this tree in the middle, I am growing our apple seeds, and you cannot twerk to speed up the growing of apple seeds. I don't know about other seeds, but if it's a tree seed, notice there's no magical green sparkles while I twerk. We're not getting any growth glitter. Ooh, I like that growth glitter. So you just have to wait. I'm a fan of puns, wordplay, and alliteration.
Um, I did put the dirt back in the bonsai pot, by the way.
Yeah, but you can't put seeds in a bonsai pot. Only saplings.
All right. Fair enough.
Yep, I tried that first, and
I
that's when I
I'm
realized that was a thing.
yeah, fair enough. I put my gravel sapling in that. I could have made more dirt, but that takes effort, and
It's so
it's
good.
Friday. We don't do that.
Yes, it is Friday. It is a lovely day.
Más o menos.
Mm. As with most things in life, so it's a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, but this is the beauty of the bonsai pot. I don't have to do anything.
Why am I crafting dirt like a peasant? Use the recipe. Make it work for me.
The number of times I've made something by and then gone, oh wait, I have to do that.
Right. So for
All
now, we're
right,
gonna
and
say,
to harvest from a bonsai pot, you take the axe and just right click.
and it does take some durability from the axe.
It does, and you get fewer resources, but you don't expend the
Hunger.
hunger and durability and all that of having to cook the leaves and then
It's anti-Hunger Games.
really
It was.
trigger warning, damn it. Darn it.
Yes, I'll probably edit the other one out. We try to be kid friendly.
Yeah. Um
That's how
so
you know he's
also
really triggered because bot, says things that we probably shouldn't on stream.
yeah, I have otherwise been good so far today.
You really have.
Um
I'm proud of you.
I am too. Um the other nice thing about growing in a bonsai pot is you don't have to keep replanting. You don't have to worry about going through a bunch of saplings. Again, the yield is lower, but it's it's kind of the cost of not having to do all this manually.
Yeah. And to me, that is very, very worth it.
Oh, I agree.
I have a bucket. I have a bucket.
Okay. Um,
I forgot you can't get partial bottles out of. I'm trying to consolidate what we have into a single barrel, a single bucket of water, so we make an infinite water source.
I have a clay bucket still.
Me too now.
It left the one that I used for the water.
How do you get water with a cauldron?
Um, well,
Put
I
you use the
thought it
scissors and
was.
put leaves.
I thought it was, but for some reason the leaves aren't going in. So
Let's find out.
maybe it's a specific type of leaf. I don't know.
Water.
And that is not an easy sentence for me to say.
What? Leave?
No, that I don't know. Oh man, that's painful. All right. All right. What I need a petrified, I think.
I know that you can put saplings in a crushing tub and crush water out, so I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Yay! Now have 1,000 millibuckets, which is one bucket.
Yep.
We get to where we have 2,000 millibuckets, and it's 10 per jump, or yeah, thing.
Well, you know what else you have? Achievement.
Ooh, nice. How do I get the water out of the crushing tub?
What do you mean?
Because I right click with my bucket and it throws it in the crushing tub. Maybe I have to jump until it's completely full.
I believe that to be true.
Yeah, that would make sense and also be very annoying. Oh well.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Correct.
Since I'm whinging
Hypothetically
about
speaking.
it. So 8,000 millibuckets at 100 each means it's going to take 80 saplings, and we only put a stack in. We're going to need another 16.
Of. Or does it matter what?
Any, but I'm using petrified.
All right. Just keep in mind those are the only ones we have. I mean, we can make more, but.
Oh, I'm gonna have some left. I'm not using them all. I promise.
Okay.
Very key in this game. Don't use all of any resource.
Yeah.
Right. Nope.
Because as already demonstrated, you have to make all your resources.
I still can't get water with it. Maybe because it's unfired. I'm gonna fire my bucket. That's probably the problem, and I probably did that for no purpose. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I just filled a bucket and it only took 1,000 millibuckets.
I'm not the brightest cookie in the shed sometimes. All right. Yeah. Way to. There's a phrase for whenever you mix up sayings like that. Not the smartest cookie, not the brightest crayon in the box, or not the sharpest tool in the shed. And I put all three of them together. I don't remember what it's called.
The beginning to the song All Star.
All right. So another key handy thing I'm going to show you, if you have water that goes cascades over the edge, or you put water blocks at the edge of your world like in regular Minecraft, you just float down. So it's a easy way to go down and build under your platforms.
Yes, it is.
That's what we did. So we did that. We have water now, so we're going to break out a 2x2 section to make an infinite water source. And
I'm actually making a second one over here.
You can't have too many because they're also handy, which I'll show in a minute and hopefully succeed, for making landing pads. Or in case you fall off the world. So, buckets diagonally, we now have infinite water source. Sweet. So I'm going to yeet myself off the edge real quick. And I'm going to try and line up with, yes! I succeeded! See? No fall damage.
All right.
My heart was racing
And
there at
for
the
any,
end.
oh yeah, no, I used to not be able to do that partially due to motion sickness.
Yeah, well, I mean, this time I just like fell right off the edge and like moved forward 2 or 3 with the W key, so I was able to hit it.
Nice. So another fun pro tip is what I'm doing here. If you crouch, you cannot walk off the edge of the world.
Yes.
Why I make this too big?
Although it is funny, we
I
say pro tip. These should be basic Minecraft tips, but we realize that not everybody knows these because they haven't watched videos or they haven't discovered it in their own play. So, if you're laughing at us for calling them pro tips, good for you. We still think they're useful.
yeah.
I filled it up for you. You have an infinite source. So now you
Oh.
have a bucket of water. Haha.
We communicate much goodly.
Much goodly, yes. Very goodly, sir. Diddly goodly. I need bonsai pot. Alright, bricks, which I'm making. Okay. I'm making a few more bonsai pots.
I'm gonna miss my lot. Ow.
The bot missed by a lot. There he comes again, people. And
And at
there he
least I'm honest
goes.
about missing.
Right, here he comes again.
I suck so
Does he
bad at
stick the
doing this.
landing? Oh, he
Oh
stuck
yeah,
something.
I'm on top of a tree.
I do really like that it puts your name and like the date and time that you fell, and also has that little misty, smoky particle effect and then a little ghost flying around. Really
Hmm.
appreciate the attention to detail they put into a simple grave marker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, so
Which I now need to delete the waypoint.
Alright, so over here, we're also going to take and
We have a second dirt or bone sapling. Oh,
race.
and if you ever get lost in your rabbit hole, like I just did with why was I growing bone trees, you can in JEI right click on, say, the bone sapling to see what it's used for instead of left click, which is how to make the thing. So that's a thing.
It is a thing. We're gonna put a cauldron right here. There we go. Alright, we have a cauldron over here in the corner now. And I'm gonna take and put um, another thing that's useful. To keep water from getting in your cauldron, if you put a block on top and then put another block on top of that and break the one in the middle, it's now protected from the rain because, physics.
Right. All right.
Thank you for attending Unnecessary Pro Tips 101. Or are they semi-necessary? I'm not real sure at this point.
I think just thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, we'll accept that. Alright, we need some acorns.
Graveyard soil is a thing. Heals undead. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I feel like we need to find out at some point.
I wonder if that turns like zombies into villagers.
Or
Can we?
villagers into zombies.
Well, no, heals undead.
Heals undead. Yeah, probably. Ooh, I wonder if that lets you do the whole villager hack, like for trading,
Oh,
where whenever you
I.
turn them from a zombie back into a villager, they decrease the cost of emeralds.
We're not going through this again, are we?
Oh, at some
You're
point we're
gonna
probably gonna need to.
enslave a bunch of zombies. I apologize. You're gonna have to edit that too, because YouTube apparently does not like that word.
Well, you put the prefix in front of it, so hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully that one gets past the YouTube censor overlords.
Oh boy.
If it doesn't, it's the first video we learn. No, I offered them jobs and provided them with abodes in which to dwell and crafts in which they could excel. Yeah, we're rhyming here today too.
Uh,
I won't apologize. Hey, look, we have an apple tree. And now we have apple saplings.
and
And
there
I'm
we
gonna.
go. Fertile soil. That's what I was What I was getting the bone meal for.
Yeah.
It's that and dirt. Okay.
Um, and I hope you can't hear it in the background. I can hear it, but I hope my microphone isn't picking it up. I have my 3D printer going in the background making a card holder organizer for Pokemon cards. Because I am a giant child with responsibilities.
Uh, Oops.
What did you oops?
It's not my fault.
What did you do?
I'm not the one that put the the chest with the bonsai pot at the edge of the world.
Oh, I need to build behind it. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I need to make more clay.
I mean, we do have extra
Oh.
bonsai pots, sir.
Oh, do we? Oh.
Come on, your
Oh, we
blindness.
actually do. Look, it's contagious apparently.
Tell me about it. I got my extra eyes on as we speak. Alright.
Yay, achievement.
So we're getting really
Excuse me,
close to the
advancement.
point of hitting the goal for today's video, which is to have
Iran.
automated resources or hopping bonsai pots for all of the bonsais we have at this point.
Yes.
So while we're getting close, I guess we need to discuss what's going to be the goal for the next video we do. Are we going to try and get all the bonsais going, or like what's going to be our? I guess our next video should be focusing on the smeltery and tinkers. Would probably be a
Yeah.
good place. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the fastest way at this point to advance is to make all the base level trees into like we need iron so we can make all the base level trees grow themselves and harvest themselves. And then once we have that going, getting the ingredients necessary for grout will
Right.
go so much faster.
Right.
Um,
Iron.
and then that'll give us more seared bricks and whatnot. And then I can start building the smeltery and yeah.
Yeah. So I'm almost there. I'm about to make us an acacia sapling.
Cool. I
Yeah.
am growing more bone trees uh because it's what is it, clay and bone meal, I think, that makes porcelain,
Something like that. Coal,
and we
sand,
will
clay.
very temporarily need that.
Okay. We need coal, sand, clay, and gravel.
All right. Actually, technically,
Resin.
we don't need the porcelain melter, come to think of it. If I just get enough seared bricks and what, glass, I think, to make the smeltery, we can just skip that step and we can use the full-blown smeltery to start making iron.
Granted, and I guess we can do that. So.
I'm kind of a bigger fan of that. I realize it's a much bigger pain, but if we do that, we don't wind up with an arguably, we won't call it a useless smelt. It'll
Sure you won't.
it's not. It's not. It
See,
has its uses.
I like using
But
it for like casting like tool heads and stuff, like when you're just wanting to do one-offs instead of mass production. That's what I liked.
yeah, I can see that, but
But I know you're not a fan, so we'll go and do it this way. 'Cause why
no,
not?
no.
I mean,
I-
it is paint in the
This is
block, and this
democracy.
is going to make it a bigger pain in the block. So
Hey, it's also democracy, okay?
it's 1v1. So like, if we disagree, what do we do? Virtual Rochambeau?
Yeah, you go first.
Right. All right. So we're gonna get iron,
What,
amber.
you didn't? There's no way you saw through my strategy.
I tell no
Win
lies.
every time.
What is this
Oh
game?
yeah.
It's called I Win. He sees
Ooh, how do you
boom and
play?
stuff. Yeah. Amber is the color of my dinosaur.
Would you just make iron amber?
Iron amber, yeah. So whenever we get your thing, we can uh, make our iron sapling.
Would- Oh, I am currently working on getting as much bone meal made as I can.
We need an epic crap ton of grout, right? Which is sand,
That is
gravel, and clay.
that is correct.
Alright, so
It is
sand,
one
gravel.
block of clay, 4 gravel, and 4 sand. You can do one ball of clay to one of each of the others, but we're gonna need a metric butt ton of that. So yeah, much as you can.
I
How
plan
do
on
we
making
have?
about a stack. Is my goal
All right, that'll work.
of it. So that should at least get us to the point where we're starting and have all the bits and bobs we need to do the things.
Right. All right, fertile soil in that one. What do we need? We need a. Do you have all the clay saplings?
Yes, I do. Here. Here's a gravel and here's a sand. There. Don't say I never give you anything besides headaches.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Kind of the name of the game, isn't it?
Listen, buddy. I'm gonna start making sense and whatnot. I'm out.
What else is new?
I
Ah.
the iPhone 14. Oh wait, no, you said new. That's not new.
I mean, I'll admit from what I've seen, there's a couple of differences from it in the previous gen. I'm not a fan of the locked ecosystem.
I'm just tired of people losing their absolute minds at, you know, oh my gosh, look, a new iPhone.
Yeah, and it
It's
gets.
like there hasn't been a new iPhone in. They've made it slightly bigger. They've made it, slightly more insane cameras that you don't need, and they've just made it more expensive. That's that's not innovation.
Valid.
That's I
I
don't
mean,
know.
and I'll
Hey,
say
when the
this.
first one came out, it was cool. Now it's old.
As far as the cameras, I am a big fan of better cameras, but I will say that the Pixel probably has better cameras than the iPhone.
Uh, without without knowing the specs and all that, I'm just gonna assume that that's true anyway.
I mean, it's not all about specs. It's also about how the software handles it, because both Apple and Google uh, do a lot of software, AI, machine learning optimizations on the pictures that their cameras take. And in my opinion, Google handles most situations better than the iPhone does. The one thing I will give Apple is I think iMessage is a brilliant piece of software. I just wish they would enable RCS in it so that people can actually that have Androids don't still have to use SMS with iPhone users.
Yeah, I saw an article about that pop up earlier.
I get that
I
it's
I
locking
didn't
people.
bother reading it because I don't care what the Apple users have.
I mean that basically it's their way of locking people into the ecosystem. And I get that, and I get that you want to give yourself competitive advantage, but it's my opinion if you have to force your users to stay with you to keep some of the quality of life improvements that they enjoy, then you don't have a good enough business model to support yourself, so you probably need to work on that. Like, people should want to be with you, not because they're forced to, but because you just offer enough, benefit that it's worth staying.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I love that, you know, what they keep doing is focusing so hard on the camera aspect
Yeah.
and, you know, expecting people not to understand the difference between camera quality and megapixel count because there's most definitely a difference. You can have all the megapixels in the world, and if they don't have a good enough lens or a good enough like processor or anything like that, or light sensor, things like that, all the megapixels in the world aren't going to mean squat. It's still going to come out looking horrible.
You are correct. Um,
um,
but a lot of people don't know that bigger isn't always better.
Right, and that's kind of where I get frustrated with companies like Apple is they kind of depend on
User ignorance.
yeah.
I mean, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, exactly. And that's part of why I have such a big problem with them. Now, that all being said, the sadist in me loves that what Apple keeps doing is adding more and more cameras and making that uncoverable part of the phone bigger and bigger. So it's like even if you do get a case, if you drop it, you're still screwed because you know, you've
Yeah,
got this gigantic hole in the back of the case for your like 18 cameras
I
and
mean,
it looks stupid.
Google did the same
So,
thing, but I like that they kind of like centered theirs in the middle, left and right, and also did just like a long rectangle instead of a big square that's off center.
right,
It's more aesthetically pleasing. I will admit, I have had an iPhone before. One of the only reasons I miss it is the seamless integration and features that the Apple Watch has to offer. That is phenomenal, and I do miss that actively, quite frequently. But to me, there wasn't enough value there for me to keep my iPhone, so that's why I went back
right.
to Android.
Take the bricks out, put your acorns back in. All right, we now have bonsai pots with bone,
Nice,
clay, sand, and gravel. So those are
sweet.
all going.
Do you have any sand, acorns, or resin? I would like them if you do.
I've got a couple of acorns on me. There's some resin and more acorns in the I just dumped everything in the stash here.
Good, got it. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
So earlier, I know we said the word um, ignorance. And for anybody that might potentially trigger, I don't want you to think we're making fun of people. Ignorance is not stupidity. Ignorance is lack of knowledge.
Yes.
Stupidity is choosing to do something despite having the knowledge that it's probably a bad idea, or
Yes.
choosing not to believe in facts despite having the knowledge that contradicts your beliefs. So that there's the difference. Ignorance is okay. You can fix that. You can teach it, but you can't fix stupid.
No, you can't. Um,
Uh,
no, and thank you for bringing that up. I had the same thought as soon as you said that, and but I didn't want to lose my train of thought.
I understand.
But
I just don't want people to think that we're rude people or we don't like people. Just we're not judgmental. We're very open minded. We like everybody. We think everybody should be judged equally. So we just don't want things to come off wrong. And most people know the difference between ignorance and stupidity, but those who are ignorant of the difference might not. And so we just want to help educate a little.
there you go.
Learning with llama and bot.
Now I regret having already made TED Talks.
Thanks for coming to TED Talk 2.0. All right.
Do you know they did one with Kermit the Frog actually?
That is awesome. No, I did not know that.
Yeah. Kermit the Frog was on stage at a TED Talk talking about the art of listening or something like that.
I think that is awesome.
I don't remember if I've seen the whole thing or not. Like, all right, that's just weird. I mean, it's still important, but it's weird.
Agreed. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm
Go
gonna
for it.
I'm gonna throw a few crafting stations down at strategic places.
Alrighty.
So if you think of a place where one might be handy, let me know. But I put one
Yeah.
over there, and I'll put one right here in front of the furnace because that seems smart.
Out of curiosity, when we do get to, simple storage and or whatever,
Yeah.
um, is it possible with enough power to, and I realize these will all be filing cabinets instead of chests,
Mm.
will it be possible to pull from those into packagers? Actually, we could probably do that anyway. Just pull. That might actually cut down on the need for filing cabinets and keep the
Yeah.
chest.
And we could put them in the chest and
Um,
have a packager pull out, and then just put the ambers or the completed material. Yeah, theoretically pretty possible, pretty easy to set up. Give me just a
awesome.
second. I'm gonna take a 30-second break. I will be right back.
All right. All right. Waiting on one more of these so I can make 4 more seared bricks. Go. Two more.
Right. What are you
Welcome
working
back.
on?
I am expanding my below level
Ah,
because I am up to 6 seared bricks. And for anybody curious why I'm putting all this extra time into making a secondary platform, it is because the smeltery that I'm making uh, has things that can occasionally be dropped, and this prevents us from losing those items.
yeah, you put casting tables and things like that usually at the level of your floor, and whenever you have to break them sometimes because you put in a partial amount or something you didn't want, you don't want it to fall through into the void and have to recraft that thing and waste resources. Also,
Exactly.
we have 11 seared bricks cooked with 14 more working.
Awesome.
I made you half a stack of grout. I don't remember how much more we need. What are you doing? Just like the smallest one possible to start?
Well, I mean, we don't need a wide footprint. We need a tall one. I guess it can work either way, but yeah. Basically, you start with a 3 by 3 floor,
Yeah.
and the um the walls go up around it. So
Ah,
yeah. So actually, I am going to put that there as a temporary block. So now, starting here, the walls will go on the outside of this. I don't, I don't know if you've ever actually seen me build this before. If you have, it's been a minute.
I have,
Um,
and I've built one in other mod packs.
okay. Yeah, the efficient way is you avoid the corners and you just build along the sidelines.
Yep.
And so this will take
Oh, okay. So you're still gonna build it where it's a 3x3 in the middle. You're just not wasting them by putting them right here underneath the walls. Gotcha.
Correct. Yeah, the wood here that I placed next to it, I'm going to put yeah, exactly. I'm going to put them on top of that, which I only
Gotcha.
needed the
Gotcha.
one because I can put them next to each other, but you realize a lot of that's going to have to come up, right?
Yep, I know.
Okay. Just making sure.
And if I didn't, I would say yes anyway and pretend like I did.
Yep. All right. And because I am a nerd, I happen to know that in the crafting station, 6 of the individual seared bricks, not the block ones,
Yeah.
uh 3 down one side, 3 down the other, uh kind of like how you make boots but taller. Um that yeah, exactly. Basically, yeah, that configuration is how you get a seared drain.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the drain, and 3 in the shape of V, like a bucket, gives you a faucet, which you will also need. And here you go.
Thank
There's
you.
that, and I dropped 2 more of the bricks behind you, or the ingots, or whatever they call them. Yeah, seared bricks. I need to make some more clay. I have enough clay. It's sand.
Um I've been dumping the resources from the trees into the double chest, so
Sand and gravel mainly.
and that's why we start with bonsai pots,
Yeah.
and we'll eventually go to hopping bonsai pots. Um, the other fun fact is once we get uh once we get the basic level of the smeltery up and running, uh we can just pump out seared bricks. We don't have to use grout anymore.
Oh, that's right, because we just throw cobblestone in it.
Mhm. Oh shoot, we need gold before we can do that though. I take that back.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
How does make gold? Uh,
You can also make cast out of clay.
I that consume the cast though.
I don't know. Possibly.
Um,
I think to get gold, you have to have silver, which you do something to an iron sapling,
that sounds right.
if I remember right.
Gold over an oak sapling. Gold is thing. Uh, do. So negative. Gold is iron, sand, and lead, and our very favorite, yellow, which means we need flowers
Yep. Okay.
and lead. So if you're watching my stream, you can now see the descent into madness that is the rabbit hole of me going through JEI. Dark oak sapling, fantastic. And lead over that. What is lead amber? Lead amber is sand petrified blue and iron resin.
Okay.
So essentially, we're doing alchemy, turning lead into.
Sounds good to me. Full Metal.
I was debating making a Full Metal Alchemist, but yes.
Still one of my favorites.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I'm
Uh,
I'm still amazed that the live action wasn't horrible.
I haven't seen it.
It's not bad.
Hmm.
I mean, granted, they had like an hour and a half or so to cram in the general plot points of an entire 51 episode anime.
Yeah.
So when you take that into fair consideration, they didn't do too bad. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, kind of like they did with the live action Avatar and didn't even get his bloody name pronounced right.
What are you talking about? They got Ong's name right.
Stop it. Just
Oh, sorry,
don't.
trigger warning.
Alright. Yeah, please, trigger warning for the channel.
Think of a
Dang, dang
shoulder.
it. How many seasons did they pronounce it like that? I don't care what culture says.
Three?
If you have something that says it's pronounced like that, you go with the something that says it's pronounced like that.
Right.
Ah. Alright, so. Jerk. Alright, grout.
All right.
Add that.
Um. All
Alright,
right.
I'm
I
cooking
am.
another 16 grout.
All right.
This
I
is
am
such a slow process.
jumping ahead of steps. There we go. Dark oak sapling.
This is what you call a boredom lap. You just run around and jump while you wait on things to happen.
Jump around. Jump around.
Jump up, and get down. Uh, nope, need another lap.
Oh, I know. Waiting for the first bunch of seared bricks is probably my least favorite part of making a smeltery.
I'm honestly tempted to just go ahead and, like, if it wasn't for the fact that the smeltery doubles the ambers, right? Or doubles the ingots
Yeah.
you get out of the. Okay, so for those of you that are wondering why I don't just take the iron ambers I made and just smelt them in the furnace, if you use the furnace, I'll put in one amber, I will get out one iron ingot. If we use the smeltery, though, we put in one amber and it gives us 2 ingots of molten iron. So essentially doubling our resources, which is worth playing the waiting game a little bit.
Yeah, and a large part of why I'm such an advocate for early game smeltery.
Yeah, that's fair. We need a trash chest. I want to make a trash chest.
Um, oh, that's right. We don't have trash in this version, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Do
Well,
we?
not in your inventory, no, but they do have
Yeah,
garbage
yeah. That
cans.
well, that was what I meant because we have played some mod packs where
Yeah.
you have a trash can in your inventory, and I abuse that to no end.
Yeah, I will let everybody that's watching know there are 2 things which I wanted to add in, but I didn't. I wanted to add in the Feed the Beast mod, which would have let us do chunk loading just by opening up the map and forcing the chunk to load, which would mean that whenever we're not on our hopping bonsai trees that we're going to have by the end of by the end of the recording today, it would let them keep producing while we're not on, so that we would have an insane amount of materials. There's another way to built in that uses weirding gadgets or small chunk loaders, but we have to earn that. So I didn't put it in there because it's not included in the mod pack by default. The other thing is that some of the newer Minecraft versions have an option where on the crafting station it has a button that says balance, where like if I put in the, say I'm making grout, and I put the recipe in and quick click to move it. Well, fine, let's do this. Let's do sand. Alright, so I tell it to move that recipe and I throw one. I could then throw in the other things and I would click balance grid, and it would balance the 16 acorns into the other three slots so that it looks more like this.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, Ocean Craft had it. And I really like that mod, but it's not included in the mod pack. I didn't want to put in mods that other people might have to download or aren't included by default or might break some of the mods that are in it. So that way, anybody that's watching that wants to jump in can do everything we're doing because it's included. So,
Yeah, and that, man, what was that? Like 3 discussions on stuff like that?
yeah,
Like,
something like that.
yeah. Because we even talked about just simply adding a mod to make it pretty,
Yeah.
like graphically, and decided no, we didn't want to make it too complicated. I mean, no more than
Yeah.
SkyFactory already is.
Right. I did add a mod on mine that is not included, but it's called replay mod. It's so that I can actually um, go back and change point of view and get whenever we start doing build time lapses, I can change the camera without having to run a second player and move them manually. It gives you the ability to kind of like zoom around and pick the camera angle you want and pick camera tracks and time tracks and speed things up. Make some really cool building montages. If you're interested in recording your own gameplay or starting something like this, it's a mod you're probably going to want to add. If you have any trouble getting it set up, reach out to them on Discord. I had some trouble, and they informed me to put an A dash at the beginning of the mod name, so that way it loaded it first before anything else. And it went from providing errors every time I started Minecraft to actually loading in and allowing me to use the mod. So, great team, quick to help out, wonderful mod for playing around with some video editing without having to run a server of your own or a second instance that you have to manually position, which is tedious to be frank. So thank you, Replay Mod team.
Big plug. Now, I want to address something we had discussed the other day. I I, I want to finally get to this because it's been bugging me to no end. Why is that the wrong thing? I thought it was the seared furnace controller. All right. Um, I need to relearn how to make smeltery. Um, what am I looking for? Is that the?
Your sanity at this point.
Well, yeah. Okay, seared gauge is what I want for the lava. Or no, seared tank.
Or a gauge, either works.
Fair enough. Um, so going back to our discussion from the other day that I purposely did not get into at the time.
Ah,
Um, yeah, that one. So playing Doom recently, phenomenal game. The 2016 version is amazing. Um, but there are some glaring issues, in my opinion. Um, number one being, why are there chainsaws on Mars? It's a scientific research facility
mm-hmm.
on Mars, a planet with no wildlife, no plants, no animals, no trees, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need a chainsaw? You have plasma tools at every turn. So clearly, we're working with an advanced level of technology. There are still gas powered chainsaws, and I tell you they're gas powered because there are, in fact, regular modern day gas cans just sitting around like you would find in a shed today. and this is hundreds of years in the future. Why?
Okay, I've been waiting
Why
on
can you
this.
why can you possibly need that?
I've so been looking forward to this. So I have multiple theories, and I'd like to kind of go into several of them. So,
Because it's
first,
awesome does not count.
that's not quite what I was going for, but I can definitely make an argument for that, but we'll save that for the end. So first one, um, disgruntled resource officer. So disgruntled resource officer gets tired of getting constant requests for equipment and always the latest and greatest and always the best, and he has some old, archaic relic type stuff just collecting dust in his storage facility. And so the one that annoys him the most because they never fill out their request forms properly. There's always things missing, there's typos, and it makes him do extra work. He decides to send them some extra resources and clear out all this dust, all this storage space in his storage facility. So he sends them 50 pallets of extra gas cans from ancient Earth with this old ar- arboreal trimmer that he has sitting in a crate just to mess with them and see what they're going to do with it.
And leaving them in hidden rooms and passages is clearly the right answer.
No, no, no. See, that is the janitor for the facility
Who's
because
tired of cleaning that same darn spot every
he's
time.
tired of cleaning the same darn spot. They told him, hey, this is taking up space. Get rid of it. And he asked, well, what do you want me to do with it? And tell him, we don't care. Just shut up and do it. So he's like, fine, I'm going to put them in the most random places I can find just to mess with all of you.
All right, fine. Theory 2, and I'm going to kind of build off of yours a little bit because now I'm just kind of playing my own devil's advocate on this one. Um, the really ticked off IT guy who just decided to find the most brutal and unnecessary way of taking out his aggression on everybody who keeps leaving their passwords written down on their desks
Okay, I
and
can see that.
and is tired of saying, have you tried turning it off and on again?
The greatest
I
phrase in
mean,
history.
after all, that's how Roy lost 100 pounds. um so I mean, I'll even advocate for that being a thing
Okay.
because it very well could have been.
So here's theory number
We have
two.
the capacity. Go for it.
Theory number two is whilst perusing the Mars resource catalog, um, someone came across a listing for what is it? Arboreal cultivation tool and parentheses relic and decided I have no idea. And then they read the description. If you ever need to swiftly rid yourself of arboreal pests, redecorate your landscape, or possibly rid yourself of unwanted house guests or neighbors, fire up your arboreal cultivation tool. The sound is guaranteed to make your neighbor's teeth chatter and to make every Karen in hearing distance write a letter to the manager. And not knowing what else to do and deciding it would be a fun gag gift, decided to order it for the research station because their boss is a Karen. If your name is Karen and you are not, do not fit the description, I apologize. It's not my fault. Society has decided that is the term for angry person that wants to be ridiculous and ask for the manager.
They don't ask, they demand.
And ask demand, same difference for them.
Sure.
So, theory number two.
Now I'm yeah. Um I mean, I don't know if you've ever worked in a like warehouse or loading dock or anything like that. Um kind of on the same when you said, catalog lying around, my mind immediately went to the infamous Uline catalog.
Yes. Yes.
I've spent so many, just probably hours, honestly, flipping through those stupid Uline catalogs at work, going, "Hey, boss, can we get this? Why do you need that? Oh, but it's cool,
Reasons.
and
Yeah.
I've got it." Yeah, yeah. Go talk to the facilities manager, get me clearance, and let's order this stupid thing right now.
Yep.
That is my need
Pretty
because
much.
it's in the catalog.
Yep. And then my third theory, and I like that one, and I agree. Yes, I've worked in warehouse. Warehouse. Ooh,
What?
what did you make?
Get the smeg out of here.
What'd you do?
I made the seared tank.
Ah, and by the way, you want the smeltery controller, not the seared furnace controller,
And
which is just 8 bricks, like you would make a chest.
oh,
Yeah.
all right. Then I only need 5 more.
Yep. Yep. And you've got 4 right there. And then my last reason that they have a arboreal cultivation trimming tool at a well, no, not my last one. They have it because obviously it's left over from ancient Earth. They have them laying around. They don't have anything else to do with this petrol that's been sitting around for centuries, and they wanted a backup because what happens if your plasma goes out, or what happens if something happens where electricity or something like that stops working. I know people say, well, you wouldn't be able to start the chainsaw. Well, I'm sure you could find a way. But at the very least, you could throw the petrol at something, light a match, and flick it, and make it go boom. So, as a backup, and then lastly, chainsaw go burr. That's why.
Which I believe was your initial argument.
It was the initial argument. I have since had time to think it through and come up with the alternatives we just presented. Oh,
All right. I mean, yeah, that's my own fault for getting into the, why is this necessary? This isn't realistic. Like, hunting demons coming through hell portals on Mars is reasonable.
take the Mars out of it, and that's Sam and Dean Winchester's Wednesday.
Oop,
Do you not watch Supernatural?
nope.
I need to help you, my friend. Great TV show. You should watch it.
Eh,
It's available for streaming somewhere.
all right. I need 25 more seared bricks, and we will be good to go.
Oh, you don't want much, do you? Let's see what I can make now. Alright. I have enough clay, so I need to focus on the sand. Don't have enough.
I have sand.
I will take it. Because I need a total of 8 sand and 8 gravel to make what you need. I can right now make 1 sand, which would give me 2, so focus on sand and gravel.
Oh, no, I need more than that.
Don't do that to me.
I dumb. I look.
I don't disagree.
I may or may not. Thank you. I may or may not have forgotten about the casting table
I'm
when I
about,
was counting bricks.
I'm about to make you do this.
I was gonna. So okay. So the number just may have gone up to 32-ish instead of 25.
32? Okay, 32 is reasonable.
Yeah, that's that will give me, if my math is correct,
Oh,
that will give us the rest of layer 1 of the smeltery and a casting table.
then do this for me. I just dropped some sand saplings behind you. While I'm doing the rest, can you just work on some sand? Because it's the one thing I have the least of. Can you grow a couple of trees and get me the resin and the acorns?
Yeah. Man, I gotta do it. Or not to plant that.
Yeah, so I've got one more gravel tree probably worth of resin, and then I'll have the gravel, and then I just need 5 more sand. So we're getting there.
Alrighty.
It's slow going, but we're making it. And after this, we're going to work on what we need to do to get to gold so we can make our cast, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think after this we just need
How much sand resin do you have, by the way? Because I have plenty of acorns. It's the resin I need the most of.
16.
Can I have it? Make it rain resin.
Make it resin. Now, it is a good thing that we have the resources for fertile soil, because
How much resin?
iron saplings, I've got 6 more.
Alright, that's enough.
All right. Because iron trees kind of take forever to grow.
Everything takes forever to grow, but yes. The higher the level of the resource, the slower it grows. Because it's a...
Pain in the block.
Indeed.
.com. I'd
Alright.
say I couldn't resist, but that's a lie.
The cake is a lie.
The cake is absolutely a lie. Oh, it works that way too.
Boom. Alright, you have 32 grout going. That should be enough to do what you need to do. So
Yay!
now while you watch that and I stop grinding for a minute, I'm going to rabbit hole the gold again so that I can see what we need to do. Pour gold over an oak sapling, so we have that. You make gold. Gold amber. That's the yellow, you said, which we need to make flowers, which means I need to make a bunch of dirty.
Yeah, we should probably start growing dirt trees again. I kind of ran into this on my last solo one.
Yeah.
Was, you, by the time you think you're past dirt and on, working on the more advanced stuff, you then go, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna start over here. And we need grass seeds.
Oh, shoot.
I got it. I'm rabbit holing this.
No, 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 no. Not even that.
What'd you do?
Clay, bone, dark oak. Great, I'm gonna have to have another dark oak, which is easy enough. I need 3 more sand so I can make glass bottles, so I can have a bottle of water, because that goes with a couple of resins and a dark oak sapling to make lapis. which is going to be necessary for lead, which we then need the lead amber to make the gold.
That wasn't
So,
confusing at all.
well, okay.
Leaves in a bucket of mud. Yes.
So, lead amber is petrified resin, iron resin, sand resin around blue dye or lapis.
Uh-huh.
The easiest way, of course, is to make a lapis tree.
Uh-huh.
Well, the lapis sapling is most easily made by putting a dark oak sapling, a water bottle, 2 clay resin, and a bone resin in a crafting station and getting out the sapling.
Uh-huh.
And then you can start growing that.
Uh-huh.
So that's going to be necessary to get to uh, the lead amber, which then gets poured over another dark oak sapling to make a lead tree.
Okay.
And we're going to need the lead resin, amongst other things, to make the gold amber.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep. So
Well, we will get there.
that whole pain.
So I'm working on the grass, so watch this. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm gonna show you a quick way to get grass and dirt without having to do a bunch of dirt trees. Alright, so you start out with a dirt and a cauldron full of water over here. You take a dirt block, it can't be a grass block, and you right click it into the cauldron. And it takes it, gives you mud, and then it gives you 4 bottles, and then you right click leaves in, which each give you a grass block. So one thing of dirt gives you 4 grass blocks, so you basically get 3 extra. So I'm gonna take and put my grass blocks down. Mine them. I now have 5 dirt. I put 1 in. That 1 dirt just became 4 more grass blocks, and that is the quick and easy way to get dirt using your resources, and it's also the quickest and easiest way to get grass. Might be the only way, I'm not sure. But it's the way
Yeah.
we're using. And if everything's set up right, you don't even have to walk. Just pivot, right click, and go on about your day. Like this.
Oh, hallelujah, I miscounted. That is good. I apologize for oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I counted exactly right.
Is 32 gonna do it?
Yep. Just.
Brilliant.
No, but I'll take the compliment.
I meant it more as like a British brilliant, but you know, whatever works for you.
I will take it to mean whatever I want to.
Inject your own reality.
Pretty much.
Alright, we're gonna stand here for a minute and keep getting
What just happened?
grass blocks.
I think,
Okay?
I think I just got PC'd. Yep. Client crash.
What happened?
Oh, I made the mistake of right-clicking.
Oh. Are you gonna have to reload, or are you just gonna have to reconnect?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Full-blown client crash.
Well, Bot will be back in a few minutes. While he reloads all 218 mods, we're going to keep making mud and then making grass blocks.
And you're not the only person working as hard as you are today. When the client crashed, I got to see my Steam that's opened up in the background, and my most recent coworker is apparently playing Destiny.
There you go. Let's not reference working or not. I am off today. I am on call today, only in case of emergencies.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing HR questionable whatsoever. Aside from some of my dad jokes. Whenever you get back, our world is going to be just a bit more colorful.
A bit more what?
Colorful.
Ah. Ooh, that baseball score. Oof. Got her behinds kicked last night. Okay.
What happened?
Oh, I get baseball notifications, and my team got their butts kicked last night. 11-6.
Too bad.
Yeah. That's okay. They've actually been having in general, really good season. So, it is all good. Yeah.
Alright. I need some more dirt, and to do that, we're just going to... There we go.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things I actually appreciate is that the MLB will actually send out, or they'll let you, like, opt in to, notifications. I mean, it's a little laggy, but it's still better than nothing.
That's fair.
I mean, the only other way would be to either pay an exorbitant amount of money or still pay an exorbitant amount of money and get MLB.TV. And that subscription is stupid expensive. I tried looking into other ways. A more recent significant other told me that you can't even get it through like you can do I think on like Roku or somebody you can get like the Fox Sports channel that carries the games.
Yeah.
You can get it a la carte.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they don't let you watch games that feature your team.
Oh.
Like in your region. And it's like, well, then what's the point?
Yeah.
That's so counterintuitive at best.
Yay, monopolies.
Right. There we go.
Welcome back.
All right. Thank you.
You like our slightly more colorful world?
I do. Now I just need to make some new lava.
Can't wait till we have our hopping bonsais going because I'm running out of leaves.
I'm working on it.
I know. Nearly a full stack of grass blocks. That will do. Alright, I'm hoping I can get 2 more layers. Then I will make some fence and fence this in so that we can start doing our flowers, and then eventually this will be where our
Animals.
beefaloes, oinkers, cluckers, and walking pillows will go.
You're not wrong. Alright, clay casts are a thing, but I am not seeing a clay ingot cast.
There is salt.
So, alright.
I think it's the sharpening kit is a cast.
Nope. 2 different casts.
Yep, it is. Okay. And I guess we're gonna have to go the gold route.
Yep. However, the acacia is an apple sapling in water. Okay.
Make a couple of gates. I want to make some fence.
Alright. So, I may have been a little overzealous with putting all of the iron in there first, but it's not useless.
Whatever you say, bot.
See that? Don't question me.
I question you frequently.
Well, that's fair.
So I'm eventually going to expand this, but for now, it's only going to be 3 spaces deep, which should be plenty for what we're doing, given how wide it is.
Yeah. I'll be honest, part of me's a little tempted to tear down all of these trees and have them all start growing iron. Temporarily, obviously, but
Okay, go for it.
Just that way.
I give you 0 complaints, my friend. You want to do it? Go for it.
Actually, what I'd like to do, and what I am doing, see, sand. We're out of sand resin. That's cool.
Oh, we don't even need the double. We can jump over fences in this one. And one of the cool things, for those of you that don't know, and it's a little thing that may seem minuscule, but I think it's awesome. Attention to detail is great, especially in mod packs. So the default, get rid of this gate here. Default opening animation is it splits in the middle on the one, and in vanilla Minecraft, at least last I checked, if you put 2 gates side by side, they both open in the middle of each individual one. So you've got like a gate here and a gate here, and then this like thing in the middle. Well, in this SkyFactory 4 at least, whenever you put 2 gates side by side and right click, they each open as half of a gate, and it makes a solid opening with no weird pixels in the middle. Small attention to detail, really cool. Looks way better.
Agreed. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I am organizing. Um, we not have gravel acorns? Yes, we do. There we go. Okay. So, go.
How are we doing on cobble over here? Hey, we have 43 stacks, almost 44.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm kind of organizing. I'm putting the
Uh,
leaves,
yep.
resins, acorns, saplings in the respective chests.
Bless you. Thank you. Alright, now what? Wait, do we have. Where's the bone chest?
This one.
I want to make some bone meal.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured doing this made more sense. There's 15 bone meal over here.
We're gonna need a ton, aren't we? Because I gotta try
Uh,
and get yellow, right?
yeah. That is that we would need an alleged ton. Hey, we got seeds. And yellow.
Seriously?
2 bone meals. We have melon seeds, beetroot seeds, poppies, regular seeds, azure bluet, whatever that is.
We'll check the bone meal chest. We have a ton now.
I guess I could have moved the bone meal over there. Alright.
I'm going to start prepping for. Move, please. There you go.
Ah,
Yes. Start prepping for extras. The reason why we stagger them is so that the chests don't combine, so that each chest has only that tree's items going into it, just to make things prettier, more organized. In case you haven't figured it out, we like our aesthetics around here.
yes indeed.
Right. I'll give it back in a minute. Alright, clay. Doop. Doop.
Oh, you making the lead?
No, I'm making some more bricks for making bonsais. What do we need to make the lead again?
Um,
Lead amber.
yeah.
Lapis.
Oh,
Petrified
yeah.
iron and sand. You don't need clay for that. Okay. So I can cook it all.
Yes.
Okay. Cooking all the clay. Can't wait to have more resources so I can make things pretty again. Well, not again, pretty to begin with here.
Yeah.
So you've got 7 ingots of iron. How many embers did you put in there?
4.
Did you already pull an ingot out or something?
Well, I had to use one of them to make the iron tree.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, so we had 4
Yeah.
embers. He put 4 in. He got 8 ingots and then cast 1 to make the tree. So it does indeed double your embers.
Alright. Now I need 1 bone resin, 2 clay resin, and 3 sands. Not resin, actual sands, because I need to make glass.
I'll work with sand for you.
I appreciate you. All right, coal sapling and water.
Go ahead and put the coal stuff here. We're gonna put the coal in this chest.
Oh, that's right. That doesn't work. Have to eat that.
The petrified dirt.
Forgot
Coal.
you have to make the bucket, make the unfired bucket, and then fire it. You can't just take the bricks and make it.
Yep.
That is so annoying.
Isn't it though? I need 3 more sand resins, and then I'll have your sand ready.
All right.
Got him. That was lucky. You normally don't get 3 in a go, but I'll take it.
Nice.
You said 2 actual sand blocks, right?
3.
You said 2. Make up your
I
mind.
didn't. I
I
did
have it
not.
recorded. I have it recorded. I will go back and find out and message you later. You said 2.
You do that. I
Sand
said I
block.
needed 2 clay resin, and I need 3 actual sand so I can make glass bottles.
Might be right. I don't like it.
There's no might be. I am right. Fear me.
I don't like it.
Uh, how's that ancient proverb go? I don't care.
I disagree with your reality.
I am still sad that I never got to make that significant other watch Dungeon Master.
Hmm.
Finding that movie was hilarious though.
Because.
Well, because in my search for it, right? Like we went to shoot, I can't think of the name of the place now. One of the places that's typically in the mall does like old video games and DVDs, and they've got, I think, a book section. Um, I forget what they're called, but they got a little bit of everything, uh, entertainment wise.
There's your 3
And
sand.
I've been looking forever for, I mean for years. Thank you for this stupid movie. And so finally, I'm in the store. I see where it should be, and it's even marked. So this is actually a thing they carry, and I get
Hmm.
super excited. And can't, not there. All right. So I'm like, so I do what I normally hate doing. I go ask. Uh, and the guy looks it up. There is one copy, not just at that store. There is one copy of Dungeon Master for all of their stores in the area, and
Okay.
it's supposed to be at that store. And I'm like, well, I can't find it. I get him to come over and help me look for it. Um, Hold on a second. Hey, so I'm gonna answer a question from chat here. Uh, we are currently working on lead and gold so we can make better use of the iron that we just got. Um, got a question from chat saying, "Yo, it's been a long time since I've played this mod pack. What are we doing?" So
Oh, cool.
that's the long and short of it.
What do we
Um,
need the lead for? That's what I forget.
Gold.
Oh, to
Remember,
make the
we're
gold
doing
3?
alchemy. Yeah.
Ah, that's right.
So,
That's right. Okay, so
and
lead.
I'm firing another bucket because I.
Do we have lapis already?
Oh no, that's what I'm working on.
Oh, okay. What do we do to get the lapis?
Nope. So coal sapling in water gets us a dark oak sapling. And I think that's what I needed for lead. Or lapis, that's right. I need my lapis sapling. So anyway, so not only does this guy get super involved with helping me in my one of the worst films ever made. One of his coworkers finds out what we're looking for, and he gets all excited and starts helping us in our search. And this couldn't have been more than a teenage girl behind the counter is so beyond lost. Because I've got these two guys nerding out, going, yeah, yeah, we'll help you, we'll help you, and she's completely lost as to like why we're all freaking out over this idiotic movie. And the
Um,
one dude just stops and kind of blinks at her, and he's like, "Have you never seen this?" And she's like, "No." He goes, "Oh, it's the greatest movie ever." And it's like, I'm sitting there thinking like, it's not, but sure, let's go with that.
right.
It's only great in the same way that oh, what was the really bad one? Time Bandits, I think. It's only kind of great in that sense. This is absolutely atrocious. Don't know why it exists, but sure.
Yeah. Fair.
Um,
You have what you need to make the lead yet?
um, think so. Um,
You only need one lapis to make one amber.
yes, I believe lapis is 9 acorns to make. Yep, 9 acorns to make a block. Block is 9. Why I can't just do a lapis acorn turns into a lapis, I don't know.
I don't
That
know, my
seems
friend.
so backwards.
Welcome to
But
Pain in the Block.
this is true. This is very true. All right, now I need 2 sand resin, 2 iron resin, and 4 petrified.
Alright. I'll work on your sand.
Right.
And I've got 2 petrified right here.
All right.
Nice.
Do I need to start growing more?
Well, whenever we get the hopping bonsais, then yes, but not right now.
All right. Fair enough.
Like, we're literally just getting to the point we can get the gold we need to make the cast, so that we can turn all these into hopping, and we will have accomplished our primary mission for the day.
Yay.
I don't know about you, but it's getting to be about lunchtime for me. I'm hungry. I hunger.
Don't even know what I'm doing.
What happened to my sand sapling? Why is it gone?
That's weird.
Who left clicked it?
I did not left click it. I
I
right clicked
really
it.
want to hit you with my axe. In my axe. Smack.
No, I right clicked it. It just may not have been fully grown yet. I think
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will take partial credit on that one.
And it may have been me and you just may have picked it up. I don't know. Alright, here are
We'll go with that.
Here are your 2 sand resin, jerk. Go do things.
Alright. 2 more petrified and we'll be in Dennis. I will be back.
2 more petrified resin?
Yep. Yep.
You told me you only needed 2.
I said 4.
You said 2 this time. I will admit I was wrong before. This time, it's you.
Nope.
There's a lead
Play it
amber
back.
waiting for you whenever you get done. Nope, you said 2.
Okay.
I will admit defeat on the others. I will not admit defeat on this one, okay? I have
Even
taken
though
the blame twice.
that doesn't exonerate you from being wrong.
That's a lot even for you. Alright, take your lead stuff and go do the smelty thing.
Thank you.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Please don't start singing, because then I will, and we will never get viewers. Ever.
Hey, at least it wasn't Baby Shark, so, that's
Oh
a thing.
god, now it's in my head. Thank you. Thank you very much, bot. I'm gonna shove you
It's
off the
my
ledge
pleasure.
next time.
Well, I did need to die because I was running low on
Yeah, I'll do it again just out of spite.
hunger.
I don't know if we talked about this, but if you hold right click whenever you move items over crafting something, it drops 1. If you hold left click, it evenly distributes based on how many you have and how many blocks you move over it.
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody knows it. Some people know it, forget about it. So it saves a lot of clicking. Saves your mouse, saves your finger. A little less carpal tunnel is good for everybody.
Yeah.
That blasted.
Can do.
Led Zeppelin, love it.
I know, right?
I need to queue up and have some Led Zeppelin come on right whenever that achievement pops. It's actually not a terrible idea.
No, it's not.
Alright,
I mean, if you want to get copyright stricken, of course, but.
Well, here's the thing. If you only play a few seconds, just enough so that people know what it is, that falls under fair use.
Look, if you're going to start making good points, I'm going to get out of here.
Bye.
Alright. Do we have any more fertile soil?
I'm working on getting some more dirt, so give me a minute.
Okay. Alright. And to address that comment, yes, we could be doing manual tree farming, but we found that since we're juggling so many different things, the bonsai pots that are upgradable once we get more iron going is going to greatly speed things up. So we're just kind of keeping track of those for right now.
And I mean, part of it is just because it frees you up to do other things. Another thing is that my favorite thing to do in Minecraft is automation. If I can automate something and make the game do the work for me, I am all about that. Some people call it lazy. I call it hyper efficient.
Absolutely.
So, do with that what you will. That's just how I look at it. All right, let's break these. Here you go, Mr. Bot. I have 20 deer tape for you.
Thank you.
These are gravel. Where's my gravel tree?
And
Gravel.
I'm going to... Do we want to go ahead and turn all 20 of these into fertilized soil?
Oh yeah, I mean,
'Cause
cause
I assume we're going to use them, so...
yeah, cause that's all we can really do until we get to the point where we have compost and we can make mulch, which we will be doing at some point in the future once we have aminals. So yeah, I
Yeah.
would definitely go. Let's go ahead and do that. Mentioning that, where is it? Oh,
Yeah.
the market. What is it takes to get the market? Because we're gonna want a market.
Uh, I'm pretty sure it specifically takes red wool.
Red wool and looks like 5 of any log and 2 of any plank. So until we can
Oh,
get
snap.
wool.
We skipped the cottonwood tree.
Crud. Okay, I will start
Oh,
working
we
on
don't have...
that while you do that.
Yeah.
We did totally skip the cottonwood tree.
Oh, yes, we
Cottonwood
did.
sapling is a jungle sapling and vines with bone meal. We get a jungle sapling by putting a clay sapling in mud, so we're gonna go do that real quick. Can I have one of those dirts, or did you turn them all?
No, I turned them all.
Okay.
But I'll make more.
I,
Don't
I,
you
I,
worry.
I literally just need... You know what? Never mind. I got it. Okay. We're good.
Monster.
I don't need saplings, I need leaves. Sometimes I'm my own worst enemy.
It's
That's what
fine.
I need.
I got it.
Yep, I've got... Ah, I've got what I need.
All right.
Alright, so let's throw some water in here. Throw dirt and get us some mud. And now we need a clay sapling. Let's go get that. Put these back. Clay is right here. Take one clay sapling. Put it in the mud. We have a jungle sapling. Fantabulous.
All
We're going
right.
to grow that.
Two of those,
So
two of
we'll get
those,
some
four of those.
extras. Oh, I'd forgotten how tall that is. There we go. Where's my... I need to make a new croak.
Hmm?
I'm making a new crook. I didn't have one anymore. I did something with it. Not sure what. I can get extra saplings. There we go. I got 9 saplings.
There you go.
Alright,
All
sweet.
right. All right. So, do.
Vines. And the reason I did that, got extra jungle saplings, is because you get vines by dehydrating a jungle sapling. I'm gonna need that for something later, so I'm gonna make 4 of them while I'm at it. Always make extras if you can.
Yes, yes.
And I'm gonna need one of those. I'll put the other four in the chest. In 45 seconds, those will be dehydrated. And one thing that's cool is if you actually point at the drying rack with your cursor,
Mhm.
it shows the progress, so you know how far away it is, so you know whether or not you have time to go get something to drink or not.
Yes. And right, there's our gold. One amber to make the cast, but that's okay. We now have an ingot cast.
Woo! That is wonderful. Oh, the irony.
Lord. All right.
Alright, bone meal. Where's the bone tree? 2, 3. Craft this, and we're about to have, whenever you're done with that, use this one over here. Plus button,
That
we have a cottonwood sap.
boot.
Cotton be kidding me. Cotton picking puns.
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Heats my blood so much it gives me cotton mouth.
No, I still think the bold strategy, Cotton, is still probably the best line in that whole stupid movie.
Yeah, I do not disagree. Alright, so put those extras in there.
I still can't believe I went for that many years without realizing that Jason Bateman.
You're not the only one. And I'm not gonna say who else did that.
Uh-huh.
I have... Oh. Okay.
Iran. I think for now, might as well put unused ingots in their respective tree chests.
Yeah, oh, I totally agree. I'm going so... I just threw 2 iron ambers in the smeltery, and I think it's cool because you can actually see them in the smeltery.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it's little details. And then whenever they finish here in just a minute, smelting or liquefying, melting, whatever, we will now have 4 ingots of liquid iron, molten iron.
Yep. And however many you've got on you.
I have 4, so we'll have 7, so we'll be able to hop the iron tree.
Yep. That will greatly kick us off for resource production.
Yes, we will be at the point we can start finally accomplishing the goal of today's VOC. So 2 ember to 4 ingots.
Mm-hmm.
You pour, I'll pick up.
All right.
Boop. We need a redstone clock. Talking about
Well,
our
that
automation.
that would only click the faucet. We also need to be able to
Pull it out. So yes, item extraction
yeah,
cables. You are correct, my friend. Alright, so...
that or go a few layers deeper still, and I think you can maybe put a hopper under the casting table and make it go into a chest.
I think you're right. Alright, so we're going to break this one. And we're going to put the hopper underneath the bonsai pot, which gives us a hopping bonsai pot. Cowabonsai! I love Ninja Turtles.
Holy cow. So, what was that, like a week or two ago when I was just binging all those GDQ
Yeah.
reruns? Did I tell you I saw one where in 20 odd minutes, this dude managed to speed run the old NES Ninja Turtles?
Yes. And I've got to go watch
Holy
it.
cow. It it was ridiculous.
So, real quick, on screen, our bonsai is growing up, and once it hits 100%, instead of stopping like normal, it's going to keep going and deposit materials in the chest. So, we now have perpetual iron resource production.
Yes. And if you get to a point where all you care about from these things is the acorns and resins, and you don't want the leaves or the sticks or the wood, you can fill the chest with just the items that you want. And if there's no free space, that will be all that you get out of the tree.
Yes.
Um, Kind of comes in handy for when you don't need all the sense.
Yeah. Wonderfully useful.
Yes.
What he's talking about is basically click and left drag so that, or one of the drags, right drag so that it fills it up. You can do the same with these so that there's at least one of whatever you want in the chest, and you'd want more resins than acorns because it's a 5-to-4 ratio. So you'd want to have like a 4x4 of the acorns and a 4x3 of the acorns and a 5x3 of the resins. That way you increase your likelihood of being able to turn it all into ingots or ambers.
Yes.
Um,
Um,
and if you do happen to do your middle click sort, it will undo all that hard work and stack everything as densely as possible. So if you do set that up, make sure you don't middle click to sort, or you'll have to do it over.
yes. Let's see. Two of them and two sand. Okay.
Now, I'm curious about something. So remember earlier how I was um, waxing poetic about the gates animation?
Mm-hmm.
So we have an odd size platform, so my gate isn't properly centered because it's slightly off center. I wonder what happens if I put 3 gates. Ah,
That's kind of what I expected.
me too, but at least now, like if they had managed to split it down the middle gate and have it like open up 1.5 wide, that would have been brilliant.
Oh yeah.
But no fault, no negative points. I don't see the point in coding that because realistically, you don't need a gate that's 3 wide unless you're
Right.
hurting withers. Please don't hurt withers.
Well, that'd be a silly way to do it. I would much rather build a wither spawning area and just farm them in a safe environment.
Of course. Oh, are we getting a gold tree?
Yeah.
Yes. We need another chest then.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to start a set over here. And I think that needs to be the next one we do is the gold one.
I agree.
Actually, hold on. Don't even plant it yet. I have the stuff to make an amber, so... And that'll give me the 2 ingots I need to make another hopper.
Well, yeah.
So go ahead and break that, please. And we'll just go ahead and turn it into a hopping pot. Hopping bonsai.
All right.
Throw those in there. We're going to pick up a chest. Make our hopper. Come over here. We'll watch the water boil. I'll go ahead and get that gold ingot out. Throw it in the gold chest. That's going to be the gold chest. This would be a great point to have a weirding gadget, so we could just have our tree bonsaiing and hopping away while we're not on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could always AFK, and I may do that once we're done playing for the day. Just AFK. For people that want to say that's cheating, that's an opinion. Um, Once again, I'm all about efficiency, and if I can, leave my computer running and have it get me some extra material so that the next time we jump on, we have more interesting content to do and more fun things to do than just standing around watching things accumulate, I call that a win.
Agreed. And I know
Uh,
that's again something we had discussed previously.
yep.
Uh,
So, okay, our hopping pot is ready for our gold, if you will, fertile soil, and plant it.
all right.
By the way, while we're finishing up, I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
So, fertile soil looks a little more moist than regular soil, and why is it that so many people find that a trigger word?
Um,
I don't get it.
I you're asking the wrong person.
You,
You're asking somebody who, on finding out that that is somebody's trigger word, would be tempted to say it.
That's
So,
part of why I use it, but I mean also it's just a perfectly good word. I like words. Words are fun. But
yeah,
I don't understand why it triggers people. I really don't.
I don't know, but I have a post stream slash record anecdote about that.
Okay.
It's not expressly dirty, but it kind of is. So
Yeah, no, fair enough. Let's avoid potential controversy where we can.
yeah, absolutely. Um, no, but it is. I forget how it came up, but just to give you an idea of where it's going, there was a beginning of an episode of Countdown, and Susie Dent, who's in charge of making sure the words are actually words in the dictionary,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the word moist came up, and she made a comment that that is one of her least favorite words. And it went in conjunction with her other least favorite, you know, put together was where it started to sound dirty. And it was fantastic because, of course, Jimmy was right on the button with, with his quick comment.
I just I need to start watching that too. Like the problem is I have more things I need to watch than I have time.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that does sound good. Right, ooh, 15.
Yeah, it is a show that tends to make me feel stupid though, because when even some of their worst players are doing better than me playing along in my head at home, they're beating me by a ton. It's like, oh, come on. Even your dumb people are smarter than us. That's not fair.
Valid. Very valid. Comes from a mastery of the English language.
Oh yeah, we don't talk that here.
Yeah, we speak American. For everybody that lives in the United States that thinks you speak English, we really don't. We speak a variant of English, a dialect of English, not the mother language itself.
You. Oh, I don't want to make this next one, man.
What's the next one?
It's 10 this pack.
It's what?
It's 10 this pack. Instead of it's in this pack. It's 10 this pack, and that is to get a tin sapling. which is slightly more creative than the Tin Man obtain 10 amber.
True.
Can't believe.
What does it take?
Did you plant the coal one somewhere?
No, I didn't actually. My bad. 10 amber. It's gonna take
Well, I mean, to
clay,
be fair,
bone,
it's not a.
gravel, and a flint. Oh, we have the stuff for it already. Clay, bone, gravel, and flint.
Oh, for 10.
Yeah. Actually, way easier than anticipated.
Yeah, they can be. All right. Is that not? Oh no, it's acorns, isn't it?
Alright, I have 5 more ingots. Total of 6. 2.
Wait, why?
What?
Kill smalls. You put petrified acorns in with the coal stuff.
I may have mistakenly misclicked something, okay?
It just threw me off because I'm over here trying to make coal, and it's like, wait, why isn't this working? Oh, I think I can work with that, actually.
What's the next tree we need to hop, do you think?
That is a fantastic question. Ah, there we go.
Collateral damage.
So
Personally,
stupid.
I think I'm gonna do the sand because that's gonna play into one of the things we're going to do later. We're gonna need a lot of sand in the future.
Yeah.
Why, you might
I
be asking, viewer? Well, generally, what happens when you heat sand up, you get glass, and we're gonna need a lot of glass.
yes. See. All right. Let's make sure I can math this time. Eight. I think it's 1-to-1 cobble for seared bricks, but I would not swear to that.
Probably. Alright, we're almost.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on making it bigger.
Okay. You're working on making it bigger. I'm working on trying to get the rest of our trees hopped so that we can end for the day.
Ah, fair enough.
So, but fair. I mean, we can be doing both at the same time.
I love how deceptive that looks. Like, it looks like you can genuinely walk.
But you
And
can't.
100% you cannot.
I mean, you can attempt to and then fall in and leave your blood in there.
Not in my smeltery, you don't. I will fight a man for that.
I almost jumped in just because. And I'm gonna.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit you in. I meant to hit you.
Well, thankfully,
You flew the wrong way, my friend.
Thankfully, I didn't leave any blood, because if I had, that would have been on you. Alright.
So you're gonna victim blame on this one. That's cool.
If you smack me into it, I am the victim. I am not blaming myself. I'm not gonna blame you if I yeet you off the edge.
Hey, off the edge is one thing. Into the smeltery is another.
Valid.
The top slash inside of the smeltery is not a playground. That said, I really do kind of miss the seared ladders from Ocean Block.
They did make it look so pretty and functional and added to the aesthetic and the functionality.
Yeah, I mean,
I miss
it
them.
made making the smeltery bigger so much easier, but it was such a pain. I
Which
mean,
means we're
I
gonna
could
do it at some
never.
point in the future.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Maybe,
We'll
but
see.
that that seriously was the single worst version of Tinkers I've ever seen, and it was not enjoyable.
See, that's the reason you hate it, because they changed it and you didn't like the changes. One
Uh,
mod pack.
yeah, I didn't like that version of the mod. It was absolutely atrocious. I mean, they limited what you could make. The materials were wanting at best. Like, no, it was just a miserable experience.
There. I need 8 more hoppers. Which, doing math, that means I need 40 more ingots, which means I need 20 more ambers. Which means I need 100 resins and 80 acorns.
All right.
We may not be able to hop all of them today. We may have to AFK, like end AFK, and then finish hopping them all on the next stream. Because we have 4 hopping right now, so we've pretty much hit our goal. We just haven't gotten all of the trees hopping.
Right. Oh, see, this is coming along nicely.
After this input of sheared stone, can I? Oh no, I gotta wait and wait on some more iron. So you do that.
Alrighty.
I need 17 more ambers. How far from you on finishing up the second layer over there?
Pretty close actually.
Sweet.
Um, once this last, yep, there we go. Now I can throw the last 3 cobble in, and that should be it. Once these
Nice.
smelt and I can get my bricks out, then which thankfully they're really quick to cool. I can make them into the blocks I need, and we'll be done.
Sweet. And then I will smelt whatever iron I have at that point, and hop whatever pots I can at that point. And then I think we will be calling it a day. Agreed?
Yeah,
Because we've gotten a lot of
I,
done.
we have. This has to be somewhat of record time. I mean, we are sub 4 hours.
Yeah.
It was
Sub
like
4 hours.
three and a half hours. We almost have everything popped.
Yeah. I mean, we started out
And
on a tree on this block right here, and we have this giant platform. We have glass, we have fence, we have torches, we have all these chests and furnaces. We got a smeltery, and like you said, we're gonna have at least half, if not all, of our trees popped in less than 4 hours. That is an absolute record for us.
yep. And boop, layer two.
Nice. And what that does is we now have twice the amount of items we can throw in at a time. Instead of 9, we have 18 because it goes, so it's a 3x3 base, and it's 2 layers high, so it has 3x3, 3x3. We have 18 things smelting at once, one for each physical block inside.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how long it took me to realize that that was what determined how much you could smelt at once.
Yeah, I mean, I knew making it taller added to it, but I did not make the connection that it was physically how many blocks inside it was.
Right, and I
Um,
and I actually think because when we first started on this, I don't think that this version of Tinkers allowed you to see what was smelting inside. Like you
oh
put it
no,
in.
no, it does. It always has.
Oh, I've never
SkyFactory
paid attention
4.
to it.
Yeah, SkyFactory 4, you can always do that. In fact, if we really want to, just for no other reason than it's pretty, if we wanted to add some of those like seared windows up the sides, you can actually see the bits that are smelting inside it, all like layered up and whatnot.
Personally, I think we need to do that whenever we have the extra resources, for no other reason than because we can.
I mean, the resources won't take anything. It's oh
Gravel, sand, and
shoot.
clay.
Hmm? For what?
Gra- for making the seared windows, you need the seared bricks and glass, I think.
Yeah.
Gravel, sand, and clay.
No.
Yeah.
Cobble. One cobblestone makes one seared brick.
Oh, yeah, because we don't have to do the grout thing anymore. So
That's
cobble and sand. My
that's why
bad.
that's why I had all that cobble in there,
Yeah,
was
yeah,
I was turning it into bricks
yeah. I
because
got it.
it's so much more of a pain to go through grout, and now we don't even have to waste those resources.
I remember now.
To be fair, I only learned this on the most recent like run through of uh basically on our like rehearsal world.
Yeah.
I is where I learned that it's like, oh, I can make this way more efficiently, which is why I determined that okay, one of the first things we need to make is a cobble gen, because once you get that base layer, which does take grout, but once you get that and your ingot cast, you never have to make grout again.
Valid. So
So,
the next tree I'm hopping, by the way, is the coal.
all right,
That just seems to make sense to me.
yeah, good fuel sor- fuel source for the furnaces. Um,
We don't really need a ton of petrified now because we have cobble gen, so that won't be next. I think clay. I think we need a lot of clay for other things, so I'm gonna do that one too. I remember it being super useful, so we will see. And if I'm wrong, and I realize later that I was wrong, I will admit it. Begrudgingly, but I will.
Alrighty. Oh man, do you not get leaves out of these things? Or are they just a much lower chance to drop?
Much lower drop whenever they're hopping.
Gotcha.
As we get um, our mulch later on, it increases the drop chance tremendously. I think the top tier. Actually, let's see. So mulch gives you 142% growth rate and a 140% drop rate for brown. That's up to 166 150 for yellow, 200 170 for amber, 250 and 200 for ruby, 333 and 240 for red. Black is 500 and 290, and then blue mulch is a 1000% growth rate and a 350% drop rate. So, at some point, we will have those things.
Alright.
And we will truly have infinite resources. And you're using that one out. Here.
Alright. Well, if we were to make a tweezer, we could uh yeah, I was gonna say we could make
Can I have that
uh
cottonwood stuff back?
yeah.
So we can make a squeezer and do what with it?
Um so you can make cottonwood amber by taking 4 acorns and 5 resin, and if you put that through a squeezer, you can get wool. Otherwise, we either need the whopping 4% chance of strain dropping from the trees, or we can put cottonwood leaves on a drying rack and get string.
Well, that tells me we need a squeezer, which is probably going to be for next time, but it's
Yeah, it's a
iron
boatload of
planks.
iron and
Yeah.
yeah,
10
like
iron, which is the difficulty, so. Okay. But next time we get on, that won't be a problem. If you're watching, you notice that we've had this hopping iron tree going for a while, and you get way more acorns than you get resin. And I assume that's because the acorns can also be used as a food source, so they want you to have extra of them so that you're not using all of your resource for food and then running dry on what you can make. So we're gonna start cooking up a stack of acorns for food since we have the extras.
uh please use other acorns. The iron ones,
Oh.
while they can be used for that and for making ambers in a pinch, if you smelt 9 acorns, you get an ingot.
I didn't know that.
One acorn smelts into a nuggets.
We're gonna use sand then.
Yeah,
Get grit in your teeth, yo.
yep. So that's why, like, recently when we're running through our test world, I really needed a bunch of some kind of resource and really couldn't be bothered to sit there and make a bunch of resins, so I just took a stack of acorns, left one out, and just threw the other 63 into the smeltery.
So I can take and throw the acorns into the smeltery, and it will give us like iron nuggets. You said.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna be doing that, so we can use those.
Well, I mean, it's still higher production if you
Well, yeah, but I mean, in the
Throw
meantime, while I'm waiting, if I've got a stack sitting around and I'm not doing anything else, I may as well.
well, fair enough.
I mean, because while these three are smelting, these three ambers are smelting, and I'm waiting on some more resins, I can have these acorns go in and get a few extra ingots, speed things up.
Fair.
So, oh, good call. Thanks, man.
Yeah. The more you know. All right. Clay, 2 gravel, 4 bone. All right.
Have one more ingots. Guess that means we need to make a nugget cast at some point.
I mean, we probably should. Okay, birch sapling. Do we have... We've got a bunch of birch saplings. Heck yeah.
Yep, I made extras.
Awesome.
This is why you always make extras, folks. Oh. What do you need to pour over it?
Tin. We're about to have a tin sapling.
Nice.
Now, I assume tin is needed for something. I have no idea what something would be. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense if you just pick it up, you're not breaking it, so whatever's in it should stay. But that's
Yeah,
cool. You could have two of them and come back to it, although that'd be excessive. Yeah, never mind. It's a good idea, but not practical purpose.
yeah, hold on. I'm making a stone pickaxe to make sure we don't actually, like, break the thing. Last thing I want to do is have to sit here and wait for all stuff to
Tell me about it.
be remade.
Alright, so we're gonna hop
Oh.
our...
Is that only using one of them? Nice. So for things like iron and gold, it only took, or it took the entire amber, so 2 ingots worth, to pour over whatever sapling to make that metal sapling. For tin, it took 1,
Oh, nice.
which is kind of a commentary on about how tin is packed.
It's moderately useless.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I put dirt in there.
Speaking of moderately useless,
Here.
oh, that was the nerdiest throw ever. There we go.
Put it in this one. I'm gonna
What's up?
get you some fertile soil and put it in that one. There you go. Alright, so the only ones we have left to hop are the dirt, the petrified, and the gravel, and I'm about to do the dirt. Thought I just
Cool.
did that, but I guess I didn't. So can you see if we can make 10, if we have enough iron to make 10 more ingots?
Um,
Yeah.
looks like we can make 6 more.
And then I've got
At
some
the moment.
more acorns, so I'll throw them in. I'll take
Oh,
that
hold
tin
on.
ingot from
We have more
here.
resins, I think. Oh no, we had 4 resins.
We now have 6, so I'm gonna make another. Right. I'm gonna chunk that in there. That gives us 8 plus 1. Yep, we're gonna have it. As I'm making one now, we've got 8 more, and then we've got the 5 nuggets, and I have 1 on me, so that'll give us the 10. We're about to have all of our trees hopping in sub 5 hours. I think we're gonna be at about 4 to 4.5 by the time we finish up here in a few minutes. Actually, real quickly, go look at.
um, hold on. I have a thought.
Did it hurt?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to break the
Yeah.
one tin that we do have and make nuggets
Ah.
because it's a relatively useless material.
Yep.
So now I
6
can make
ingots.
a nugget cast.
And right now we're at 3 hours and 50 minutes. So sub 4 hours we will have everything popped, which is impressive.
Yeah, this has to be by far the fastest we've ever done.
Before this would have taken us about 6 to 8 hours to get to this point, because we had streamlined processes and we took different steps, like making the porcelain smelter instead of going straight to this, throwing ambers in the furnace instead of actually going straight to the full-fledged smeltery. We didn't know the tricks about using a dirt block to make mud and then using leaves to get extra grass blocks, so it took us forever to figure out how to get grass so that we could get the yellow for the gold. Lots of lessons learned to help speed this process up quite a bit.
Absolutely.
All
All right,
right.
what do we have now? 5 nuggets. All right.
All right, so let's craft another hopping pot. Put that down, put that down, that, those.
All right. I am putting the nugget cast in the double chest.
Make it just here. Hold on. Here, smeltery chest. You know we're gonna need it. You can do one for cast and one for finished product, or however you want to organize that over there. I made a whole bunch of extra chests because we use them a ton for crafting things, so I had them on me.
Right.
That's gravel. That's gravel. Boom. All of our trees are hopping. Look at that. They're all growing on their own. They're all putting resources in. This is fantastic. For the iron one, I'm going to take out the things we don't necessarily want, just so that it can fill it up with more of the resin and the acorns. And I'm going to throw the non-iron specific things over here in this chest, as that is the thing we need the most of at this point. And we even have an extra bonsai pot that is not hopping yet, but it will be the next time we play. So yeah, I think we have accomplished a lot. Everything's hopping. We got our smelter going. What else do you think we need to cover for today's video?
Um, good question. I know I personally am working on
All right.
tool station.
Very nice. Thank you, sir. We're getting Tinker started.
Yeah.
Which I think would be the perfect place to start on the next video. You can start with Tinkers, and I will start working on getting us some beds just for sleeping, because that will become a necessity at some point. And
Yes,
then
yes.
I think another thing because that's not going to take long. So in the next video, we're going to work on trying to finish up some of these advancements, get to the redstone sapling, get our beds. Bot is going to get some tinkers going so that we can start getting some better tools. And then I am going to begin crafting our primary platform. I'm actually thinking about making it from here, like just starting with this as the center, since we've talked about doing elevators in the middle of each. I think it'd be good to like just start right here, so that way whenever we come back from the other dimensions, we'll start in the middle on the elevator. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll work.
I mean, because I can just build out from where we don't have and then come back and replace afterwards.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
Oh,
sense, yeah. Um, and those platforms we're going to be doing 3 layers deep for reasons I will explain in the next video. So if you want to see what we build next time, see what kind of hijinks we're going to get into, and maybe enjoy a little bit of banter, we invite you back. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
um, not much other than we have a part builder. And I
Nice.
know I'm getting a little ahead of my, but
Yes, you are.
that is okay.
We're used to it. We will explain these next time and go into how they work, what they're used for, and some of the cool features of them. We'll let Bot explain all that. So at this point, I guess the only thing left to say is thanks for joining us. And obligatory, like every YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe, um, just so that we can make more videos. We're gonna do it regardless for a while. Hopefully, you guys are entertained by this, and as we start getting more views and comments, we anticipate, asking you guys for some of your input and feedback. Maybe you can give us some ideas and recommendations, and kind of help guide the channel into the direction it's gonna go. So. Thanks for joining us today. This is TheDarthLlama,
And I am a random bot,
and this has been a
and
pain in the block.
yes, it has.
Later.
All right, thanks for watching.